Here, if I just restrict my
Oh, no, it died.
there we go.
Hello, everybody. My name. Alright.
Seagull?
No.
Markiplier.
2 years ago, the world of Korrineo was struck by a great magical cataclysm. Gravity shifted, lands collided, and nothing was ever the same. The world was irreversibly enchanted with wild and powerful magic. This event came to be known by only one name: the Surge. A band of 5 adventurers brought together by the Adventurers Guild are met with the question on everyone's mind: who, what, and why was the world to be thrown into chaos? Together, they explore the thriving 9 lands of Mazivanen, searching for answers. This is Corners of Korrineo. Welcome back. New Year.
We have a TV intro now.
We have
Hell
a monologue
yeah.
intro that I wrote.
We need a cold
Fuck
open.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Cold open.
The
and
cold
it's-
open is I'll start for like
Banishing
3 minutes of
someone into
waffle
the
time.
I think it
So
should just be breakfast every morning.
Eggs Benedict?
it's a new year. It's 2025. This is our first session in this new year. I wanted to kind of spice things up a little bit, put a little bit more effort, a little bit more production into the whole situation we have here. So you'll notice that some things are going to start not necessarily changing, but just new stuff will start cropping up every now and again, like the monologue, as well as sometimes there'll be some different stuff. So like right now, instead of doing last session's recap, since we started recording and since we're kind of moving into a new part of the story now, we're gonna have you guys recap everything back from when you became Solips.
thought you were gonna say
Okay.
everything.
Okay, that's fine, that's fine.
I'm gonna take a
I
bathroom
was starting to
break.
go way back. I was like, I fucking...
I'd like you guys to
Start
tell
from
me
session
the
1.
entire
We'll
story.
start with Noah.
Mudslide, candle, snake coming out of water.
He's doing it.
knife.
He's doing it.
That was actually pretty good. So I want you guys to kind of broad strokes, kind of give the rest of us a good idea as to the start and the middle, and of course up until we are right now, in terms of the story. And you know, maybe sprinkle in a few of the funny moments here and there. This recap's going to be a little bit longer because of that, but don't worry, it's planned for that intentionally. So whoever wants to get started, whoever feels the most comfortable with starting where we began in Isfadan, can just go right ahead, just speak up.
Well, I'm hoping. Do you want me to do this as duality or just like as me
Just you.
recapping?
Just
Okay.
you is fine.
Just Mitch. We only want Mitch right now.
Hooray!
Yeah, lock it in, man.
I have to lock in the fucking music.
Let me explain.
That theme will play every time, by the way.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Why did I
so viewers at home, what,
Well,
Us
there
from
we
the
go.
Exclusively us. Private
Yeah.
Do
videos.
we have our own ads?
Me when I'm 36.
Yeah. Now for a brief word from our sponsor, Mitch's Law School Food Fund.
Me after
Given-
4 of 6
given
of us have
sustenance-
died and we're trying to remember the good old days.
Also, Mitch, that's not how ads work.
Yeah, this ad is.
We're just asking for donations.
I'm not the one with the marketing degree.
Need to go
So
fund
we
me.
wake up. We wake up 100
We wake
pounds
up.
lighter in a golden aspen forest playing in the snow. We are all
We-
separate. We're cold. We're disoriented. But we see a campfire by a river. We all introduce ourselves. We meet. Got Amdafin, Duality, Kesha, Dida, Adelgar. And we all reconvene in the Forest of Serenity.
That sounds right.
It is right.
All right.
Very right.
Except for a name.
Yeah.
That might be
And
wrong.
we find out that we have to find Kulwich and the hounds. Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
Or find Matilda.
And he gave us really fucking cool equipment.
I got a hacky sack. was
I
excited
still
about
forget
that.
to add
That's
that plus
cool.
2 to all of my attacks.
Yeah, you all
I've done it
received,
once. I've done it once.
This is just for documentation's sake. You all received spirit items, which are items that are tied to your soul that kind of match the like powers and fantasies that your soul has dominion over. So whenever you return back to these solips, you'll have the same items, and you'll never receive new ones ever again. At least in terms of the solip portion. But yeah, those are spirit items.
Ooh.
So
What about the mechanical rules of a solid?
That shit don't
Yeah,
matter.
I
The
was
viewers
skip
at
over that.
home don't care about mechanics.
When
Don't
you
die
you
and
don't
you're
die,
fine.
you can't long rest, so
For viewers that are
Noah burning
confused-
all of his spells is his problem, not
For,
mine.
for viewers that are confused on the mechanics, just check the wiki.
Yeah.
Is there a
Check the
wiki or did we make this shit up?
A wiki?
There is kind of a wiki. There eventually will
Called
probably
Obsidian.
be a wiki. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The wiki is
Can we
basically
add to the
just
wiki?
Obsidian.
Don't worry, by the time this gets uploaded, Theo will have the wiki up and running.
Yeah.
This will be uploaded about 30 minutes after session.
It's almost done. You just need to press post.
Yeah, feel free
Anyway,
to check.
we have a lot to fit in, so.
Don't worry,
let's
when
just-
he makes us do a puzzle, he'll have at
Editor,
least 3
editor,
hours
let's
of
just skip
downtime.
through the fluff, and we'll get to get straight into the session.
And let's get
Yeah.
back to where we were. You guys fought an owl right after that.
We
find
did.
out. We shall the
Um,
owl.
Big box of meat.
We
We
yeah.
fought 3 owls, but 2
Yeah,
of them were cowards.
Oh wait, that was the
Dinah-
next owls.
that was
Never
later.
mind. That was the
Dinah
next.
put an owl in mind jail.
I did.
And
Sorry.
I have something recorded in here that's just called the horse incident.
Yeah, Finn got bit
Yeah,
by
the
an elk,
elk.
summoned by Dida, and then kills it. I cry.
Yeah.
Then Finn kills a bear, and I cry.
And then
My
we met a
only notes
wolf.
on the horse incident is
were
Dida
weird.
summons an elk.
Listen, I should have.
Finn immediately gets it to bite him. We must destroy the elk. Keisha is very upset about this. Bear eats the elk. We must destroy the bear.
If it wasn't for Finn, I'd have one more level 2 spell slot. But
Yeah, fucking Finn.
But it's fine, because then
could've
we met a
walked.
wolf. We met a
We
wolf
did
and we
meet a
fed
wolf.
him Ritz crackers, and we sat in a cave.
We did
He wants to
canonically
be
feed him Ritz
good.
crackers.
Yeah.
speaking of Ritz, that's today's sponsor.
Keisha, how about you tell us all about what happened after you all got in the cave?
I cast my best spell, Legend Lore, and then we got some nice etchings on the cavern that tells us about the layer of Cersei that we're in. The layer above is Nevada, and below is a name apparently that I did not catch and apparently did not bother to ask about. It also tells about the creation
Venus
of the tower
Olaf.
and how Anduin did it to fight the gods and create eternal youth, and Matilda the Night is his wife. I
Yes,
could go
Dinah.
into the whole backstory, but
Yes, Dinah.
I was just waiting my turn because I wanted to add something to that.
Yeah.
Where-
it's too bad.
Beyond the legend lore information, Dida also was able to like decipher the cave engravings like on the walls of the cave, which told of Asalop's time in the forest and surviving there, and how he died many times over again and went to Mother Matilda to find a solution. So that's the other thing that we found out about there.
Mm-hmm.
And then came the wolf.
Yeah.
Yes.
We also learned that the souls were hunted by the hounds, so they could smell guilt and sin.
Oh yeah.
That shit's tasty.
They were locked in on that stuff.
Finn, tell us
They
about
were-
the wolf.
The wolf is not chill like that. Right?
I think
So-
it was chill
Not
with that.
according to you.
No. So this wolf, he finds us in a cave. He strolls in, extremely hurt. His one leg was pretty messed up, I believe. I forgot to take notes this session, so this
Only
is
had one leg.
That's
off
alright.
What do
the
you know?
dome. It had the symbol of a flower,
A wilting flower.
a wilting flower. That the wilting is important,
Sunflower.
and I knew that.
Yeah.
Wilting
Sunflower.
sunflower. And what was
but-
his name?
Terran.
Yes.
Do you remember his full name?
No.
Terry Greenwich.
You're so close.
Dolores
Who
in.
could that be?
Who was that?
All I remember
Yes,
was
and-
writing Terry Greenwich because I didn't hear what Thea said the first time, so I made the closest noise.
But yeah, this wolf was a little messed up. He had fallen off of a cliff, and then found us in this cave. And we were like, "Hey, what's up?" And we patched him up a little bit, and then we immediately made him climb back up the cliff, as we were hunting for an eternal torch,
Yes.
Is it
which we
snowing
believe to be
outside?
at a tree above the clouds, watching over this plain. So we made our way there. It was really cold out, like really cold. But it's fine. We made our way up, where we found a solip that appeared to be some form of deer trying to kill itself. And many, many birds.
So
Box
basically
of
just a
meat.
deer, like a normal deer.
Yeah, it was a deer man.
Well, it was a satyr, right?
Well, you said a deer trying
Yeah.
to kill
was
itself.
a
That's
deer.
right.
That's
I've
my
never seen
mistake.
any other kind.
Deer
Yeah,
man
but-
wanting to kill itself.
Adelgar, how did that combat go with the birds? Give us the general gist.
Finn made meatballs, and it was disgusting. Punched all those fucking birds and squirrels. And I played with chalk for a while, and then I almost got killed by a pelican, and we got harassed by giant birds for a very long time, and then Finn beat the shit out of him. And I became bald, and we won, and that's what happened.
Yep, you did become bald because of
I did.
the corrosive acid inside of the pelican's stomach, or beak rather, the gullet beak. And then
Didn't-
what happened after
Wait.
that duality?
Didn't Keisha try to save a dying man by pushing him 80 feet out of a tree?
That is what happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how that
Was
went.
that before? That was before the combat, though.
Yeah, that was right before.
Yeah. Well, to be
Yeah.
fair, I was like, Dinah was ready.
Dinah
He
did
was ready
save
to
them
catch
before
him.
they
That-
added to the
that
pile
was
of meatballs.
The plan was to bring him down, but the plan was not
Yeah, he
necessarily
was-
to have him get shoved off the top of the tree. But
He
it
wasn't
worked. It
being
worked.
cooperative.
And what is this
I
deer
made him
man's
jump.
name?
His name. I don't know.
Mr. Tumnus?
I actually think
What was
I
his
didn't hear it the first
Wait.
time, and I never asked again because I
Hold
just
on.
didn't think I would have to talk to him.
I,
that much.
I might have it.
We have a
I
really
have it.
neat channel in this Discord server called NPC List.
We
No, I
sure
don't have
do.
it.
Did we put him in?
I can't
I
do
don't
it.
have
That
Oh,
would be
it's
cheating.
that's his name.
It's-
That's
oh,
it is in my
yeah.
notes. Oh my god, wait.
Starts with
His
an
name
A.
is.
This is where I started taking notes again.
Abrid.
Avernus. Wait.
Aver.
Aloris.
Yay.
Wait.
Ever.
His name is Glubus.
Hang on.
What if that is Glubus' solo? We don't know.
Anyway,
Did he die?
You're really invested in Glubus, man.
anyway, I
Whoa.
was so
My own
excited
music
with
box.
everything else around this satyr man that I just never got his name. So this complete anonymous man, we come up to him, we talk with him. The gist of our conversation is that we didn't save his life, we ruined his death. He did some pretty awful shit in his past life, and he says, you know what? I think I've had enough goes of it. I think I'm just gonna call it quits here. So he's like, I'm gonna feed myself to nature to atone with Sylvanus, because he tried to burn down the Heartwood in his last life, which is the thing that is responsible for literally all natural plant life on
It wasn't his
Korrineo
last life.
proper.
It was several lives ago.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and
One of his
ever since
past
that
lives.
past lives, he killed himself every time
Yeah.
because of that.
He's just been suicidal every time. It's just ingrained in him, like how Finn is ingraining the ability to not swim in all of his lives.
And
Yes.
to hate Aloris in all of his lives.
It's not too like that.
Yeah. Oh, and as that conversation was happening, I almost forgot. Daida and I are ascending the tree very rapidly. Daida is a pistol shrimp, just like
Oh no, I don't. I'm not a pistol shrimp. I just have the oversized
claws.
claws.
yeah, he transformed to have pistol shrimp claws, and he is hauling ass up the tree, and I am flailing, barely hanging on to a giant shadow squirrel that Finn gave me. And we are working our way up during this convo. And then once we get to the top, something very interesting and definitely safe happens. If Noah would care to explain.
Well, we got to the top of this tree, and we. Sorry, I'm trying to. I guess I didn't take huge amounts of notes on this part, but we got to the
I
top.
have all of them if you want.
Okay, because I have more on the stuff after this, so that would probably be a good idea.
All right.
No, I have a good idea. How about Lydia does the recap about this part?
Yeah, this bitch ass motherfucker, my mom, sat on top of a tree and watched me almost die, and she's like, no, I don't think that I will do anything about that. I will watch it. And she talked to my two companions and was like, you can't tell Adelgar that I'm up here. I'm very sick right now and I can't talk, but I'll talk to you later. And then she gave him a fucking twig, which is the eternal light that we were looking for.
She picked a
So
piece
not
of
only-
dandruff out of her hair and was like, "Here."
Yeah. Not only
Thanks,
was I
Mom.
bald, my mom also fucking hates me now, so that's cool. Very, very cool. Then we reconvened, and we went on a little
It's
journey, and climbed another tree. You want to say what happened next, Finn?
No.
Are you sure?
Positive.
I think Finn should.
I
I
don't.
think
Finn
so.
should.
So, after talking Aberth out of completely offing himself, the way we're able to convince him to do that is there is a temple to his god not far from here. We don't know where it is, but we know it's not far. What's the name of his god? Someone?
Sylvanas.
Sylvanas, that's the one.
Sylvie, you
So
know?
yeah, good old Syl. So he now
Like old
plans
Cupid.
to he plans on making his way over and having a lovely chat with Sylvanas in the temple, if possible. You know, pray to him, find his own inner peace, right? So we begin our journey. Now equipped with an eternal torch, and along the path, we run into this very thick bushel of thorns that spans for a significant amount of time. And we're like, oh man, that's weird. We should like look into there. So our good friend Kesha climbs a tree, and they're like, there's a man in there. So of
No,
course,
that was Dida.
so our good friend Dida climbs a tree,
Dida
and
was
he
on the tree.
says, there's a man in there. And of course, Finn being a very, very compassionate soul, I need to go make sure that this man in a very thick bushel of thorns is okay. So we make our way over, and we begin talking to this man who is trapped by the thorns. And I'm very worried and very, very concerned for him. And they say, oh yes, I am blind. And I'm like, I have a solution for that. And accidentally ascend the champion of Sylvanas to a higher plane of existence, making
and
me
then
a
it was
god.
retconned.
And then it was retconned, and it just turned out to be a monster impersonating the champion of Sylvanas, which is less funny.
He didn't even get the retcon right. the retcon is that the monsters just impersonate Solips to lure in other Solips so that they can.
So he was just impersonating a dude.
Yeah.
Regular old dude. Less fun, but they scurried off into the woods, and that probably won't come up again at all.
No, never.
And with that, the thorns were cleared, and we continued on our journey. And if I may continue, this is where session 41 begins, and I would like to read my notes word for word, because I don't know what the hell I was on during this, but I don't even understand these. So, if it's not a problem to anyone, I would like to go word for word through this, and then if anyone wants to give like actual detail on what these mean, please.
Okay.
All right.
This is the one I was late to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, this is gonna be good for me, I think.
I don't think so.
You didn't really miss much.
Okay.
Terran is not chill like that. Totem is Daedric in nature, flowing dress, talons, animals, and shit. Picked up emerald, desired mouse, hungry. Hungry.
I forgot your 8 pages
Hungry.
notes, yeah.
Yes, he's not a goat, he's a deer. Group touching session. Duality got the mouse. Finn will hold a grudge for not sharing. Got to Woodland Shrine, talked to very normal dude, cool fox. I'm arrogant, whatever that shit means. We turned Aberth away from their god. Dryad didn't dap me up, bitch. Coleridge isn't imprisoned, fuck. Slow, died as fucking arm broke. Never mind, Coleridge is mad chill for real.
I do have a question when we get to the point where I can ask a question with you.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, I know I broke my arm, and then I walked in entirely, and I got completely pancaked. When Kovic, like, fixed me, you know, after that happened, did that also fix the arm that was originally broken, or is that
No,
still
your arm's
broken?
still fucked.
Okay. So all he repaired was like the pancaking of me the second time,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just that. Okay.
When you got scrunched into, you know, like as an empty soda can getting stomped on by a grown man, it seems like he just put your skeleton back together. But
Yeah, he
you
kind
know.
of just undid it.
Yeah.
You could say. Anyway, keep going.
At this point, we were in Kolwich's little cottage and looked into this mirror that showed us glimpses of our past lives. The most notable of each of our Salops being Finn was once a soldier for Hashin's crusade. He is the oldest Salop of the group, living hundreds of lives. Queso has never lived another life as a Salop.
Never once.
Duality was once Ivmus of the Tide's brother, the third oldest Salop of us all.
And we
with
get along
about
very well to
15
this day.
Yes, with about
You can
15
tell the brotherly
lives.
bond.
Dida was once Ricard, the world-renowned wizard, having lived 40-ish lives, and of course Adelgar was corn. That's not a name, that is a stalk of corn in a field, having lived 3 total lives,
And that being the most notable.
and that
I'm
being the
willing to
most
bet-
notable of them.
What were the
I'm
other
willing
ones?
to bet that the second one was a singular coffee bean.
Uh,
I like
the
to
other
think
two
it's
were-
third one.
The other two were human.
well, one of them
That's-
is soon.
That's really sad, Theo.
You're
One
right.
of them is
Soon was
Soon.
the less notable one.
Yes.
Not notable as corn.
The mirror also gave our Salops our memories back from our current lives. And we also noticed that Terran happens to be a beautiful man who died a very, very noble death and was not murdered unnecessarily out of fear.
No, it was
by
it
us,
was all a
by all of us,
misunderstanding.
by all of us,
Oh, yeah.
because it was all of us together who did that.
Yeah, it really Soon
Everyone
was
of us.
just as culpable.
And it's so funny
as
that you
Bay.
say that, because every time I talk to people about that whole scenario, they're like, yeah, I didn't really want to do it.
It was a group decision that we all came to together.
Definitely. And when all of the DPS
would
say
have done it,
GG
then
no
don't worry.
heals, it's definitely the healer's fault for sure.
It's
Yes.
always the support's fault. That's so true.
Always.
Thank you for the excellent recap, everybody. I think that gave us a good
Wait.
baseline idea.
Everyone
College
at
is
home,
also a blue
remember,
twink.
Colwich is a blue twink who's Godric the Grafted. Put
He has
that image in your head.
Giant torso. But he has skinny
Snatched
arms.
waist.
Arms.
Also can grow arms.
He likes arms.
Yeah.
Good game for Cole.
Also,
Yeah.
something that I just
Mad
thought was
chill.
funny that got skipped over when it was handed over to Finn. He called mother soon a religious slur, which was kind of funny.
That is true.
Oh yeah, and Kolwich is my brother-in-law,
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically.
which is I
Yeah.
feel notable.
And
That's not a good thing.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not, but it's notable.
Yeah.
He's also my enemy by birth, which
Mhm.
is cool.
But he's my
He-
brother-in-law and he's mad chill, so it's cool.
Is he? He's not really. You both kind of have a common
You're
enemy.
not really mad chill.
He
He's-
doesn't like
He's not
weird-
really mad chill. He's just like kind of chill.
He's
Yeah, but he
chill.
also Kolwich doesn't like Mother Soon, but he also hates giants.
So it's
So
a
you have
common
something
ground.
to bond over.
I mean, does Adelgal really like her mom at this point either? Like.
Oh yeah.
Adelgar's none the wiser about any of that.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably
Dyda and Duality
frustrated.
come down and was like, mother's sick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we did.
So
we
what?
had a message.
she's just sick.
All right, this is the warm-up. Next session, we will need to recap the entire story so far.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you get prepared. We each get a session.
Oh, I can see that.
One session. we
One
each
se-
get
pick one.
session.
Pick one.
Well, let's see.
We each get an
42.
arc at this point.
We'll have 42 sessions to recap next time, and there are 5 of you. So
Yeah,
that'd be
but
like
I'm
8.
not applicable for most of them. though.
That's true.
No, you're doing the entire first 25.
No, we're gonna all send you our notes documents, and you're gonna do the entire recap.
That can be
Using
a fun,
exclusively mine.
No.
That can be a fun like one-shot thing where not all of us can make it. We do a little recording where
Maybe
where Noah as
I'll narrate this like the summation of the campaign in the most like unhinged, outsider way possible.
Wait,
yeah.
no,
What I like
have
to
an idea.
imagine is
The
that
script.
when you guys enter into your bodies again, you all take the time to explain to I forget your normal character's name at this point.
Vodan.
Vodan. You all sit down and explain to Vodan everything that's happened to you, and then he's like, "Okay, so basically," and then he recaps all of it in like
Basically,
one
what you're
unhinged
saying
rant.
is
yeah,
It'll be our
And-
fan letter.
yeah, it's like Lion King 1.5.
For anything, the candle isn't there. Eggs
I-
Benedict.
I was gonna say we do a recording just for fun of Noah impersonating all of our characters, like reenacting what happened in the
doing
story.
their voices.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
The voice.
just the main story beats. You just have to act it out.
I would love
How-
to watch
how-
Theo, or not Theo, watch Noah try and make sense of these.
I haven't heard.
I have an
Smock's
entire
voice.
page
I wouldn't be
that
able to
j-
impersonate Smock.
I have
Oh,
an
don't worry,
entire
Theo
page
Smock.
that just says fucking
the
color
other
theory.
Smock I was talking about.
What do you mean
What
the
other
other?
Smock?
There's
Or the
another
other-
Smock?
There's only one
The-
Smock.
not the other Smock. The other. The
Take your time.
like, what's like
Oh,
the
Eustace.
Eustace.
Mr.
yeah
Pringle.
Eustace?
Sorry,
yeah.
Smock and Smock 2.
You mean the corporate elite?
Well, what
Eat the rich?
Cuddleroy.
Yeah, Eustace
Yeah.
Cuddleroy.
I can't wait for the Luigi arc where Eustace gets fucking capped.
What the fuck?
It already almost
He
happened.
done nothing wrong.
Y'all are haters.
Get shot in the
Uh,
leg.
Anyway, good recap. It took half an hour. I'll
That's actually
play
pretty
us.
fast.
I'll play us
not
in,
bad.
as to say, into the scene that you are currently, participating. So, you all stand together, facing an ornate silver mirror. As you are grouped together and look inside, memories of your current lives begin to flood in. This is where we're starting. You see and remember who you are. Soon, the supplicant of the mother. Amir, the man of progress. Baland, the people's hero. Axum, the forgotten child. Vodan, the pedagogical disciple. And Aloris, the prophet of flame. The lives you have lived come flooding in. The life you have lived, the life you are living now comes flooding in, and everything begins to fall into place. The binding vow between Bay and Issaroria, Vodan's patron and his demands, the tragedy of Saxondale, the encounter with the Archmagus, it all becomes clear to you. The memories of your lives are not intertwined with your Solip, a power only beholden to this singular silver mirror. Although some questions still linger. Why is there a child in Cookie's place? How did Kulwich come into possession of the mirror when it was claimed to belong to Matilda? Most of all, why does Aberth seem to cower in fear of what he will see inside?
That's
you
not
see
most
as-
of all. He said that he hates what he did in his past lives. We know.
Hey,
You don't wanna see that.
Colwich, did you give Mother Matilda a stat block, or how'd you get this mirror?
I don't understand the question.
Well, a stat block.
Colwich looks dead in the camera and he just says, "This is the guy you have to deal with every day, Theo."
Theo, I
Okay.
have a question.
Yes.
Would the others recognize that Axon looks a little bit like a cat that would sell weed to them?
Yeah, they do recognize a certain familiar-looking, like, tabaxi sort of face shape and general, like,
Yeah,
demeanor.
Now hold
Oh,
on.
and would-
Don't
and
get
would-
racist immediately, Zach.
We have other race
All
issues to
cats.
deal with at the moment.
I don't need to worry
And I
about
also-
races.
Yeah,
I'm
for
fast as
race
fuck.
against
I will
block
win.
guys.
So true.
I also remember Cookie's life, right? Like, there are
Speaking of the
two
clock.
simultaneous timelines.
Sorry, speaking of the clock, you do have to still attend a sororious ball. 14
How
and a
many
half hours have passed.
Oh
You
yeah,
have
we forgot
57
the
and a half.
solid part of the recap where we said what we're doing.
No, I
You
covered
just say
that.
what we're
I
fucking
put
here.
look at the latest meme in the meme thing.
Yeah. that-
Oh yeah, so it was covered then. It was, yeah,
It's
we're
covered.
good.
That's the recap.
Yes, of course. Go ahead, Keisha, with what you were saying.
I also remember all of Cookie's stuff too, right?
Correct.
Or do I? Okay.
Oh wait, yeah, you remember
You
all of
own-
accents.
No,
Yeah.
they only
No.
remember all of Cookies. They
Yeah.
just see Axon in the mirror.
Yeah. So I only have Cookie's timeline, but I see Axon.
Does that mean
Oh.
that Keisha thinks that they're the same person? That Cookie
Keisha's
and Axel
really
are the same?
fucking confused.
That is a realization they are having for the first time. Yes.
This would be like getting all the memories of like of you in your actual life, and you look in the mirror and it's some bald middle-aged 40-year-old, and you're like, who the
Yeah.
fuck?
No. It's someone you know. It's someone
Yeah,
you've known
it's someone
before.
you know that you're actively looking for.
That means that
Yeah,
And now
before
you're
that's
looking
false.
at them, you're like,
that means that before Colwich took the Ricard thing out of Dida's mind, he probably thought that Ricard was a Triton.
Anyway, I'll keep going. Standing to the side, Kulwich approaches Terran. He takes his skinny, pale blue, mildly deformed hand and reaches out to Terran's skull. Fun's over. This one is forbidden from this memory. He bends over his giant hunched torso, bringing his head lower to meet eyes with the wolf. Slowly, he reaches out a hand, causing Terran's sunflower symbol to glow a dark black color.
Hey, what? Why is this thing doing that? Hello? Colwich.
What?
What? Why?
Can't you see I'm busy here? I'm concentrating.
I'm sorry, I didn't know it took so much
He's
concentration.
locked in.
I'm making this solid forget all of the memories. You think it doesn't take any concentration? I'm only well, I guess you don't really, I can't really tell you
I'm
that,
sorry.
but-
Look, man, I've never done this stuff before. I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
didn't
with
know.
great concentration.
Why?
He lived these lives before already. He doesn't need to remember.
Why?
You all have lives to go back to. This one doesn't.
That's sad. What
Thanks
happened
to some
him?
people.
That's so weird. I bet something real bad happened that we had nothing to do with.
I think you remember.
It seems a
I
little insensitive.
know. What do you mean, remember? I remember
It's
nothing
not like Colwich would
about
know.
that guy.
This one is culpable for too much. I don't think he can go out of here with all of this knowledge.
Hey, Mr. Colwich,
Jeez.
What?
is there a reason I'm not seeing me? Like, I remember me, but that's not me.
mirror shows you what you truly are. Whether you can recognize that or not is not my problem.
So you're truly a cat?
Fuck. Shit. I'm gonna. I gotta step outside for a second. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry, I like push my way through, go back out into the
Okay.
snow.
We'll get to that in a second.
5d8 cold damage.
There's no storm by the shack.
Makes sense. It's too heavy outside.
Yeah, all the snow would just go.
The clouds are on the ground, actually.
Anyway, Terran's eyes just sort of glaze over black, and Kolich releases his hand, and Terran, like, sinks into the floor and just falls over on his side, unconscious.
Oh boy. Alright. Well, this is a lot to come to grips with, given our current experiences. So, what Terran, you said he's guilty of too much while he's asleep. Are we allowed to know the full scope, or are we stuck, kind of in the dark here?
He like coughs and like black powder billows out of his mouth. He tries to like cover it up with a hand. I'll answer your questions if you just let me sit. He like stands up and like huddles, like what's the word for like, he hobbles over to like a wooden armchair and he just kind of like plops himself down.
He's got a recliner.
He collapses. And falls over.
Keep hanging on to me.
Is it like a
you all
lazy
can't
boy?
handle the.
Yeah,
can't
we're all
handle
still holding his hands. I forgot.
the weight of this scenario.
Wait,
And two
So does that mean that when I walked away, I just like
No.
is
okay.
he concentrating on keeping you from not being soda canned?
That's a good question.
That's very kind of him, if so.
What a chill guy.
All right. So he's over in his chair now.
Yeah, he's just kind of sitting there, like leaning forward, and just kind of like trying to like stay awake.
You doing all right there?
Yeah. Something just. It's a little cough. I just need to take a load off for a second. I can answer any questions you have. I just. I need to sit.
Okay.
Got a question? Yeah.
And I'm gonna raise my left arm. Can you fix my arm?
Unfortunately, no. I was too late to undo that. Although, I'm sure you'll find a way to deal with it. You're just a spirit, after all.
Okay.
You should lay off the cigarettes, man.
I don't know what you're talking about. He flinches and his arm goes out of covering his hand and just a big puff of smoke comes out and like and like covers the room in like a
He
black
spits out
powdery
80
ash.
cigarettes.
Oh. It's never been this bad before.
That's probably not good. Are you
This is
good?
What an observation.
I thought this I thought this might have been a side effect of the prison, but I'm not sure.
What is happening?
Can I hear? You said he coughed a bunch of this powder all over the room. Can I take some? And now that I have a bit of a mirror back in my noggin, can I investigate it to see what sort of substance specifically it is?
Yeah, roll investigation.
All right. That is flat 16.
It feels and looks exactly like the black powder that comes off of the shadow animals. Or the beasts, rather.
Okay. What happened?
That was good.
It's so perfect.
God damn it.
All of our emotes could just be various Zach faces at this point.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh my goodness.
okay. Have you been eating those shadow animals out there, or
What are you talking about? I've been in this prison for so long. I can't even see anything that's out there.
What do you eat then?
You think I need to eat?
That's what I was gonna say.
You're stupid.
Well, we try.
That's not very nice. I have 9 whole intelligence.
On a scale of what?
20?
That's a really weird scale. I thought you were gonna go out of like 10 or 100.
Well, I mean, it can like.
Seems like more
it
out of
can
100.
Go higher than that. I think.
Okay. So that's a lot of like. There's about an inch and a half coating of black dust on the floor now.
It
Why?
happens. I don't know. I just kind of get riled up and cough sometimes. You've never had a cough before in your life?
Yes, not miner's lung.
I'm not a miner. I'm like 400.
Yeah, it's going in the quotes.
This guy gets it.
Whoa.
Shut your lights off.
The only part of Bay that has.
Water's filling the room.
The only part of Bay that has been adapted into Finn is just the love of dad jokes. Nothing else transferred.
The black powder does fill the room and makes it seem darker now.
Oh God.
Oh no, my lights are all the way over there.
Oh shit.
This... Get this stuff off of me.
Just take some deep breath while you can.
Hell.
Oh no.
Where are you guys?
Queso's fucking dead.
I'm gonna need everyone to
Queso
make a
got buried.
Constitution saving throw. That's in the room.
Oh, I love this.
So,
That's all of us.
let me
Constitution.
dice.
No,
No,
it's
it's not
not.
me.
Oh.
I went off to have a panic attack.
Ah.
And is somehow not a pancake.
Just remember, guys, you get +4.
Even
That's so true.
Avatar.
That makes it a 24.
14.
Okay, you fail.
12.
Fail.
17.
You succeed. The two of you that failed, you're decaying. You lose 5 max HP every hour.
Oh man.
So I already
We have to
lost
kill
one.
Colwich.
I already lost. So just lost 5 of it now.
Yeah, you just lost 5. In an hour, you'll lose another 5. Until whatever caused you to decay is dead.
Oh
Can I
man.
get it back, you mean?
I don't think
then
we
the-
win that fight.
And then the decay wears off. Once you long rest, then you get your max HP back.
Okay.
Oh, it's
Wait,
max
so
HP.
once your max HP hits what, it wears off?
If it hits 1, it can no longer go any lower, so it just remains at 1. Until you kill the thing that makes you decay, it'll remain. Once you kill the thing, your decay wears off, and then when you long rest, you get your max HP back.
And there's no other way to get rid of it.
No.
Also, I was at 50 out of 70, so that is it 50 out of 65 or 45 out of 65 now? Do I take 5 damage, or is it just I
No,
lose?
you just lose 5 max HP.
Okay.
If that makes you take off, like if you're at max and then
Right.
you lose 5.
Well, I wasn't. That's why I wanted to ask. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So you feel as this black powder kind of like reaches into your lungs, and you feel like yourself kind of decaying and withering from the inside very slowly. It's like kind of just like a very groaning and nauseating pain from the inside, almost like something is like ripping and tearing at you slowly. Not enough to like bring any immediate searing or like a stabbing sensation, but more just like a slow pulling apart.
It's like, you
Does
know
this
when you
happen?
have an asthma attack? Like that.
Does this happen often?
Not this bad.
Duality is basically sitting in the room like this.
We want to step outside so we're not in an enclosed environment.
That would be a good
Probably
idea.
fine.
Just turn a fan on.
We're gonna go to
Not even
Keisha
contagious,
now.
I bet.
We're gonna rewind time a few minutes. So as Keisha was walking out the door, and lets go of Colwich, Aberth is gonna like put his hand on Keisha's back and just kind of follow them outside, and sit down next to them on the porch of the cabin.
What the hell are you doing here, man?
Being there for someone who is just as confused as I am.
Just... Fuck, dude. I don't... I fucking died twice. I died twice now. And yet my soul just can't fucking leave. I don't understand.
You understand why I don't want to go back now? This is what it is. Over and over. Life upon life upon life. It's exhausting.
Do not
Yeah.
bring this guy in for suicide counseling. This is what it is, kid. Every day.
You wake
You
up,
wake-
you go to work, you die.
You wake up with the hope that you don't open your eyes and that you'll finally be able to feel that weight off of you. But it's still there. Every day.
Okay, I always kind of had a feeling, just didn't want to believe it. Gave you something to fight for, I guess.
Well,
Something to keep going for.
you have those people in there. He still has his hand on your back, by the way. He's just like gently.
Yeah.
You have those people in there. They need you. They need you more than they need anybody. I'm not needed. Not anymore.
You don't know that. You can't prove that.
No, but I think there's just something that is eating away at me that's telling me I could embrace that nothing and be happy. I can be content with non-existence.
Doesn't that scare you? Just as a soul, all we know is existence. I mean, I've only ever lived, I guess, 1.5 of those. But there's so much to do with existence, aren't you? It's heavy, but I don't think I know anymore, man.
He just reaches out his other hand, like, towards you for you to hold. And he says, Sylvanas teaches us that the unknown isn't so scary because when you're among nature, you never really alone. When you are in peace within yourself, there's nothing to be afraid of. And his form starts to like tear away, like as it was when he was sitting at the tree. He's just sort of
Wait.
slowly.
Wait. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey, man. You don't listen. You don't have to do this. Seriously, it's. What are you doing?
I think it's my time to go.
You don't have to. You try again. It's.
Sylvanas calls Keisha. I just want you to know that don't make the same mistakes I did. Be that good that I know you can be. Be that for them. And he slowly fades until there's nothing there. Until it's just his hand resting upon your back.
I just start crying. I just break down.
And you all get the benefits of a long rest.
Oh,
Yeah!
I didn't put my.
Hey, our decay is gone.
I was gonna put this in here.
Is decay gone? Is that how?
Yeah,
That
on a long rest.
No.
Oh, just.
You have to get rid of the decay before you get your max HP back. You need to kill the source before that happens. Makes sense.
Okay.
No.
I just misunderstood you the first time.
Oh, it makes
You
sense.
gave it as an either or conditional the first time you
Yeah,
explained it.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, he went over it
No,
again.
it's like a step thing. You have to kill the source, and then you stop decaying, and then you have to long rest in order to gain that max HP back.
Spell slots. I'll still take it.
Wait, what was the first part? Sorry.
Good thing I killed mine.
We have to
Yeah.
fucking kill Aberth.
You guys.
Not Aberth. Not Aberth. Coleridge. fuck.
Done and done.
No. Sorry, Coleridge. We have to kill Coleridge to get rid of this.
Really?
Yeah, so I have not. I have expended like no resources.
I was down to like one spell slot.
Yeah, I was kind of in the same boat.
Wait, but so we just long rested now, effectively.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I can.
Aberth, because of what Keisha provided to Aberth in terms of being able to cope with non-existence, learning from them, they are able to become okay with it, and that's what made you get this. They absolved their existence with themselves because of Keisha's actions.
Okay. Gotta turn my lights back on. Fuck!
Whoa!
Holy shit.
Okay. Ah!
He's dead.
Also, for you, do I lose the +1 to strength that I got?
I dropped you guys, I'm sorry.
Terran's not dead.
No, I know, but it was like until the end, until my next long rest, I had +1.
Oh, yes. Yes, you do.
I do lose it.
Oh wait.
You do
Alright.
lose it, yes.
Okay.
Finn, was your thing that gave us +4 until long rest, or was
The
that...
+4 is just a paladin ability if you're within 30 feet of me. All saving
It's an
throws.
aura.
Yeah.
Nice. Max aura.
Yeah, and you still have your ceremony for another few hours. You have it until we hit like 47 left.
Anyway,
I'm a man now.
Keisha, as you are sitting out on this porch, the hand quickly, like, the hand is like slowly falling off of your back. You hear behind you as the door is busted down, and Kolwich like just hobbles through, like stumbling back and forth and like just throwing his weight around, and he just like grabs you by the shoulder. Oh, and a cone of just black dust flows out onto the snow in front of the porch.
Can you
It's a regular
like,
Saturday night.
Can you like cover your mouth when you do that?
I'm trying, and he just coughs all over your face.
Hey, Cole, we gotta mask up.
Do you want a bucket? Does he have a bucket?
I don't know, guys,
Into
you should
your
stop
elbow.
doing whatever's
Into
making
your
this
elbow.
happen.
You need a drink of water.
Oh, good idea. And he like sprouts 10 arms on the side of his head and covers his own head with 10 of them.
That will do.
You just hear
Does
a
it-
muffled.
It just goes. It's now shotgunning through all the like highly pressurized.
No, minimal dust is coming out.
Let's see.
He
Do I
seems
have
to
a
be covering it up
spell
quite
that
well.
will allow me to summon a halls?
I wonder if there was some sort
Oh.
of restoration you could give to him that would
No, I can't do
heal
that
these
again.
lesser afflictions.
I can't do that again.
You
I'll
want to
send
send
him.
college?
Plus, unless this counts as him being poisoned, it
might.
just won't work because it only works for blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
You never know.
I think we have to. You have to get me out of here.
Are you? What?
Uh,
Haven't you been here for like hundreds of years or something?
Something tells me my body doesn't like it anymore.
is this like a curse or something? Like what is this?
I don't know. I don't know. Go
Remove
inside, grab.
curse.
Can you guys just give me a second?
Give in a minute. Give me a really long arm. I'll grab whatever it is you need me to grab.
Okay, first of all, the remove curse does nothing.
Okay.
He sprouts arms one on top of another to give you like a rope to hang on to when you go back into his cabin. You just grab the book. Label. You have to grab the book labeled. It's something that has to do with runes. I've never read it, but maybe we can do something.
All right, I'll run in and is it like in an obvious spot or do I need to look for it?
I'm gonna have to have you roll a investigation check to try to find it.
Big money.
I could banish him to another plane.
That's all right with me, I guess. You know what? Just because I don't want everyone to get barfed on more, I'm gonna use one of my glimpses from the past. All right, that comes out to a 15.
Okay. On a shelf inside, you see a book called The Linguistics of Runic Magic.
Linguistics of Runic Magic.
Okay, that meme was put in there right as Theo was saying that, so I thought I clicked on
This has
resources and I thought that was the book. I was like, what the hell? John Ulrich is actually John Green.
I knew it.
It's Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
The book is marked in a bunch of different spots with a lot of different of those like you know those bookmarks where it's like a little piece of rope with like a not like a frayed thing on the end, but like a tassel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's got like a bunch of those.
Okay. I'm gonna grab it. And I'll you know, as I'll start running out again, I guess. All right. This one, right? I don't know how big it is. Is it
Yeah, that's the one. It's too big. I never really thought to read it, but maybe.
Are we talking like just textbook size, or like it's actually really big?
Like it's a really huge tome. Like it's almost as
Okay.
big as Keisha's body.
I'm
I'm
gonna
carrying it overhead.
I'm gonna use my very, very large pistol shrimp claws to like grab it more easily from
Yeah,
him.
here, I'll pass it off. Here, you take that over.
All right, so the book in a summary / introduction in the beginning that was marked with one of the bookmarks tells you that it is a book that tells you all about how to write and edit rune stones in order to like create spells without having to cast them yourself. And in the introduction, it shows a picture of what one of these rune stones look like, and you recognize it as the stones that line the circle outside of this cabin's area.
Mhm.
You
Uh,
turn. Sorry.
oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say. So, how much of this have you read? Are we gonna be able to unenchant this property of yours?
I assume so, but I've never read it. You'll have to do your best.
Okay. Dinah, this one's gonna be on you.
That's what this is my thing, man.
Dinah's going to open the book, and everyone's going to kind of take a look inside, except Keisha, who is going to like kind of half pay attention because they're emotionally distressed.
They just watched a man decide he wanted to kill himself.
No, I watched a man become at peace when I am not at peace. Also, the man just told me, like, oh, be chill, like, it'll be chill, like, nature will keep you company, but I'm the most unnatural thing on the face of the fucking earth.
Wrong. You haven't been to Upper Terrasnium yet. There's plenty more worse than you.
Just to be transparent,
I died
this
twice.
is the puzzle. This is the fabled
Oh,
puzzle.
shit.
My first puzzle.
I'm
We'll
gonna
leave it
go
all
take
to
a
Dinah.
bathroom break for the next
Yeah, real quick.
30
guys
to
are gonna
45 minutes.
You guys are going to need to help each other. So I would suggest you pay attention and maybe write down what I'm about to say because it's very important.
It's gonna be color theory.
Lord,
Fuck.
Hold on. I'm getting my actual
there are
notebook.
there are three
Get the
So
copy
witness
and
the
paste
ship,
for resources ready,
hamburger.
Theo.
No. Savathun's soup bowl. Clean laundry.
Clean laundry.
The first chapter marked by one of these bookmarks states that there are 4 different types of runes that you recognize to be a part of the circle on the outside of this cabin. Gravity, intensity, multiplicity, and zone. When you look inside of this chapter to where these runes are marked, gravity says it applies an effect to inscribed force. I'll copy and paste this information, so don't worry.
Oh, I don't need to type this out.
Thank fuck. I
you
was
don't
trying to
have
write all of it
but
out.
It'll maybe help you kind of grasp it.
I started trying to get it as fast as I could, and then you said gravity, and I immediately started thinking about Wicked, and after that, things got fuzzy.
Gravity applies an effect to an inscribed force. Intensity applies, or it's an effect for application. Multiplicity modifies the way rune stones interpret effects, and zones are the range and area of inscriptions effects. So I will put that in here.
I'm scared. I'm scared. Puzzle. No.
I'm
no.
excited.
Not color theory again.
Not color.
Not color theory again.
This one's physics theory.
Dida, since you are the main one opening and reading this book, I need a Arcana check
Oh, sweet.
while you are reading this first chapter.
How many
I'll give you
chapters are there?
advantage. I'll give you advantage because you are specifically the arcane interpreter who
That's
would know a
true.
lot about this.
Oh, I'm so excited for this.
How many chapters are there, Theo?
How
Let's
about a 27?
Okay. You are able to identify that there are 2 other runes that make up the circle on the outside that are within the book. Others missed it. They are Unbreakable Prison and College.
Oh. Okay. I'm just. The paste is. I'm putting them all in one line, so I'm just separating them so I can. You know.
But those ones don't apply because we were.
So Theo, just by the way, to run this through again, those 4 rune types are like the basic ones.
These 6 rune types, the ones that are all listed in there right now,
Yeah.
are ones that are inside of the circle that make up the boundary around this cabin. They are all.
Sorry.
Yes. No, go ahead.
I just had a thought that scares me. Didn't when we entered we all had to be touching Coleridge to not get pancaked?
Yes.
Is that still applicable?
Yeah, you're all still holding on to him right now.
Okay.
Or at least he's got a hand on all of us.
Yeah. Okay.
inside of this same chapter, there are 4 runes that are not contained in the circle, but are listed.
Are these part of my Arcana check findings?
No, these are just, this is information you would have gotten no matter what.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is the puzzle not being locked behind a good skill check.
So these are runes that are not contained within the circle, but Kolwich does have on his person right now. He, like, opens a part of his trench coat and, like, a bunch of rocks fall out that have these engravings on them. And then there's chapter 5, which is the next marked chapter.
Theo, I remember you saying to me, I hope this puzzle doesn't take too long.
I know, I'm gonna end up being wrong.
This is my first.
More
puzzle.
content for next session.
I'm already so lost.
We have subtractional in here. It's over. Subtract Colwich. Colwich disappears.
Baba is win.
This is a Baba is you type puzzle.
This
mean,
whole puzzle is just
I
your
love Baba
sorcerer
as you,
subclass you
This
made.
is like right up my alley, anyways.
Good. We're gonna let Daida do the whole thing.
Yeah, Daida will carry the team.
Daida recognizes an important part of this chapter that tells about how these circles are formulated in terms of like how they are laid out. And this is what it says.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Excuse me?
The zone.
Effect, force,
Mother
interpretation, effect, force,
fucker.
interpretation, range.
I didn't go to college, man.
Alright, Mitch, it's your turn.
I'm
Mitch
gonna
has
hurt you, Theo.
syntax. Yay!
Oh wait, you're right. All right, Mitch, this is all you.
What does syntax mean?
It's the order of a sentence.
I'm gonna
Turn
need
into an
specifically
Enderman.
Finn to make an intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, he's got 9 intelligence out of something.
Well, let's
100.
see. 7.
2 psychic damage.
Understandable, thank you.
Just thought that would be.
Zach also took it, so it's cool. I know a guy who's really good at this.
These. Kolwich like looks upon the book as you all are trying to read it, and he says, "No wonder I didn't try to read it. I can't even understand it." He like when he looks at the page, it just looks like enchantment font to him. Like he cannot read it.
Same, bro.
Minecraft enchantment text. Okay, so
It
I
does
think-
just kind of sound like you can place additional effects between the origin and the conclusion.
I'm assuming the dot 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 is you can put however many repetitions of effect, force, interpretation as you want between the ranges specified, and you need a formula origin and a formula conclusion.
Okay.
And then if
Should we
you
make a
do
spreadsheet for
breaks-
this?
I don't think a spreadsheet
Nah.
is the way to go with fucking symbolic logic. So yeah, if syntax is broken, only the segment of formula string is broken. So it's
I'm interpreting that as everything after the fuck up piece is put in.
the fuck up piece.
Yeah, like if the thing that breaks the syntax.
Well, no,
But
we would
I'm
probably
assuming
need,
that
it would probably only be if we like swapped things around or added multiple things that
yeah.
contained a pocket of the correct stuff that's now disconnected from the rest
Okay.
of it.
Well, okay, I will
So, we
actually
can't-
say, guys,
We can't remove anything that's already there, so you have to make it additive.
So
Yeah.
here's the thing: we might a spreadsheet might help some of us, because we do have categories of runes that Theo has given us. Because we have range, effect, force, interpretation.
Yeah, that's why I was
effect.
talking spreadsheet.
Yeah, gravity and speed are effects. Intensity and minimize are, or no, sorry, my bad.
Target and zone are both range.
Yeah, gravity and speed would be force, I believe, and then minimize and intensity would be effect. Interpretation is then subtractional and multiplicity, and then zone and target would be range.
What the fuck is going on over
I don't know.
Okay. I might hear.
Make us a sheet. Make us
I can
a
tell.
sheet.
I can tell it's a good puzzle because you guys are understanding it, but it's like you're not getting the solution.
Are we?
Yeah,
I still don't understand like the desired outcome.
Everything Mitch has said is true, so he grasps it pretty
This
well.
is Mitch's puzzle.
I do
This
this.
So
is
for
what
a
what
living.
is the desired outcome? What are we trying to like overall do here?
We got a free Cull Witch. We have to minimize the effects that are already on him that is causing him to cough up all this shitty black dust. By
Or
changing what's
just let
already
him
laid
out of the
down.
cage so that we can
Yeah.
get out of here with him.
I will specify call which meant to let him out of the prison.
That's what I thought.
Because he needs to go to the party.
Well, yeah, because these are the runes for slow. Not it's not like the runes are all synonyms for cough.
Yeah.
Gravity actually means cough in this language.
Welsh. I
Okay.
hate it here.
Okay. What is everyone's? All right.
It's
There's
part of the
Noah.
thing that-
I'll add Theo.
Part of the thing that confuses me is if we have runes specifically making it so that Cole Witch is the target, why are we all affected by the gravity?
I think it's that he can't leave. He's still affected by the gravity. Remember, Zach?
He's just too strong.
He is literally strong enough that he can just walk
I understand
around.
that he's affected, but if it's literally a rune targeting specifically Cole Witch, why is it not exclusively Cole Witch? Why is everyone inside of the ring affected?
Because there
might
might be a specific condition that only applies to Cull Witch, so everything in the circle is applied by some conditions, and then like affected by some conditions, but some are.
And then it's
exclusive to
just
Cull
like
Witch.
exclusively Unbreakable Prison.
Read
is-
Unbreakable Prison. Yeah. Secondary effect for intended target.
Yeah. But everything else is applied overall.
Yeah. I'm
For
assuming
anyone that
range
comes
would have
to
been zone for that.
Yeah.
So hold on. Can everyone remind me what is everyone's emails? I have Noah, Lydia, Theo. Lauren, what's your
Viewers at home.
Call
LG
Witch, what's
Donny.
your call Witch,
Viewers
what's your
at home,
email?
this puzzle is going so much better than I thought it would.
This is gonna be great to
Call-
rewatch.
Call Witch, what's your email?
Coach, what's your Gmail?
thebigblue@hotmail.com.
None of the people I asked for their emails have responded yet. Lauren, please.
LG Donny.
All right. Zach,
I'm DMing it to you, so you can just copy paste.
he doesn't want it to be known to the public.
They can't know. All the lovely viewers at home.
Email me at lgdoney@gmail.com.
Accepting
Oh.
fan art.
Sorry, when I said that Colwich offered he pulled out his coat and a bunch of stones fell. The stones aren't actually inscribed yet. You have to inscribe them yourself.
Okay,
Yay.
so he just has a bunch
I-
of rocks.
Yeah,
I
you have a
actually
bunch of
wasn't
rocks.
aware of the stones
Okay.
part. So I
Yeah,
thought we
he
were
gave
just,
you
like,
additional stones.
Okay, I thought we were just like yapping in code to each other or something.
Man.
Oh, which crazy coffee. What a document.
Cole's crazy coffin. Would you look at that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one. Okay. So we'll do range.
It sounds like we're making a new
effect.
formula. It sounds like.
Yeah. Or we have to read the one that's on the stones too.
Well, wait. How many stones came out of his coat?
Enough, I
Um,
assume.
Like enough. to make,
However
like, a
many
st-
you need. That doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I don't want that to be the point of the puzzle. However many.
Quick, forage for stones. That's 1 hour off the clock. More HP lost.
If only Sue was here. So sad.
I
So
don't
good
like the
at
way I did
foraging.
this. Hold on, I'm doing it like
Yeah, I
this.
was. I was gonna
I
say.
looked at it and I was like, why am I putting it down this way? This is dumb. I was too busy like thinking about the thing while I was making it, and it didn't make it make sense.
Now, if I understood what we were doing, the answer would be
What would it be?
syntax.
The answer is syntax. You heard it
Yes.
here first, folks.
Okay, so let's see if it goes. Range, effect, force, interpretation, effect, force, interpretation, range. That is...
Those are my colors.
I
No,
think-
color theory, no!
No, no. Go back, go back.
Back to the color pie.
So, in range we have target and zone. In effect we have intensity and minimize. In force we have gravity, speed, and in interpretation we have multiplicity and subtraction. So I'll make a little key over here for what each of these say. Let's make this extra long over here, so I'm just gonna put a little note.
I think there's a D&D puzzle playlist.
Can we listen to Multiplicity?
Can we listen to
I
Hollow
don't know what
Purple?
that is, but sure.
Oh no, the way I've got this stuff cropped, I need to move it over one. Let's go.
When I look it up, it doesn't exist.
Oh, it's a jazz song.
Okay.
Oh, Theo, put on the
copy and paste this over and
what are
over.
the Minecraft puzzle areas
ready,
called? There's music for those, I think.
Minecraft. What do you mean Minecraft puzzle? It's
Minecraft puzzle areas. You know.
For puzzles. in
Here's
Minecraft.
D&D
Puzzles
puzzle
in
music.
You presented that like
Ladies
like
and
a
gentlemen,
fucking text-to-speech bot.
D&D
Ladies and
puzzle
gentlemen.
music.
Please welcome to the
Alright.
stage,
Here's D&D puzzle music.
Chapter 1.
Chapter 1.
Ah. All right, fucking great.
Don't worry, guys. I will never make a symbolic logic puzzle in the Fall
What,
Screw
you
you,
know,
this is
Spade
fun.
can't handle it? Spade could totally do it.
Oh, I don't
It would
think I
take,
could.
like, 5
I just
seconds.
couldn't handle making it. I think.
Yeah, it's not that we couldn't handle it; it's that Noah couldn't handle it.
This took me 4 hours to make.
And it will take us 8 to solve.
Yay.
Listen,
I
I got
couldn't do-
nothing to do
Alright.
tomorrow.
Oh guys, I know it's the classic D&D puzzle. Is the door actually locked?
The door to the
Can he just walk out?
If I stop imagining that we're in a heavy storm, we get to leave.
So, how many shields are there again?
I mean,
So-
technically, stop imagining in this situation would just be returning to your body. So I guess.
So I would like to add red
Yeah.
and then blue.
Okay.
And then hold on, I have a page on this.
Purple.
It's a very big page.
I'm gonna
It
use
turns
X
purple.
module partition.
Okay.
We're gonna
I
make a
didn't take the
partition
right
out
one.
of the circle.
So guys, I have scanner. What do
I have green.
Role played Operation Seraph Shield.
I'm gonna look up a YouTube tutorial on this one, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, and
You're not a real deep stone crypt raider.
Guys, I've got scanner. It's this panel right here. Up, can you shoot the panel?
have
Up, shoot the
the
panel.
So your 3 symbols are Savathun's soup bowl, stab, the circle, and the witness's house.
See, the real symbols are the hive rune symbols. That's the real deal.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
clearly the
dinosaur.
puzzle is I just need to cast Dispel Magic and we're done. That's
Yeah,
it.
you're-
Even though we
yeah,
totally
third level
didn't try
spell
that.
can
Hear the
definitely-
stones from
The
whatever.
Archmagist
they
is gonna
have.
reach his hand down from the heavens and counterspell it himself. Okay.
I thought you were
He's
gonna reach
responsible.
down from the heavens and slap you upside the head. Okay. So, we have to remember that inscribed runestones are impossible to remove from their origin point once invoked. So, what
So you
what
just
I
like
think?
place 2 stones between them, or 3 stones.
Yeah. Oh wait, we need to put in
Another, like-
unbreakable prison.
Well, the thing is,
What
if we're
kind of
make-
a rune is that? That would be.
It's a secondary effect.
Yeah,
for
but it's
intended
funny
target.
because it's for intended target, so it doesn't go under
I have
the
Colwich.
force or effect section. It's both, because it's like effect to inscribe force or effect for application. This is effect for the target,
and
so
we
it's
have
like
a
its own
target.
thing.
I have-
So,
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
what's your question?
are we making a new circle around us in Colwich, or are we adding stones to the existing circle? Like, I'm not even
Are we
sure.
Venn diagramming our way out of the circle?
Like, I'm not even sure. Like
We'd have to add things into the existing like sentence that's there
Yeah.
to modify it in order to allow Colwich out.
Yes, but
But I-
isn't this like miles long?
Well,
Encapsulating a giant area?
I thought it was just that
Yeah.
the existing circle were all synonyms for slow. Right? I mean,
You
Or is
guys
that being
haven't
retconned?
checked what you guys haven't checked exactly what the syntax / formula of the actual circle itself is. You just know what stones it contains.
can I roll Arcana to find out? And
Well,
see-
we
Yes.
did, but it was a while ago.
advantage or no advantage?
Advantage.
Okay.
Arcane Interpreter gets advantage on all runic checks.
Wow, I rolled
Yay.
I rolled a 1, then I rolled a 19. So how about a 29 for you?
Okay. So
How did
the
this
circle, I'm gonna put it in the Excel document. So we'll say this is the already invoked formula, and then it goes zone.
We need to keep zooming out. We keep widening the range of this.
That's what it says already, except the circle itself is 1,570 runes long.
Mhm.
It repeats intensity, gravity, multiplicity over and over.
And so zone is just where it starts.
Zone is right after the formula origin and right before the formula conclusion.
So it's
There-
like the-
so formula origin is its own rune.
Yes.
Okay.
So was zone like the parentheses on the equation, essentially? In this case?
I can't answer that, but good thought.
Well, I'm just trying to like.
I would imagine, yeah.
I'm just trying to
It's like-
visualize it.
Wait, is this shit
It's like
math?
start and stop.
That's the most
It's
thin thing.
it's
I've ever
language
heard.
it's language math, yeah. It is.
Yeah, Zach. Well, I had a whole class on this.
It
It's
was
language
great.
Man, I wish I went to college.
No, you.
No.
For this,
I will
not
say
for
also,
this.
since the check is so high, right after zone but before formula conclusion, there is also unbreakable prison and Colwich, and then formula conclusion.
I'm sorry.
Well-
Say that again. Right where?
Right after zone but before formula conclusion.
So
Okay.
just once
you
at
get
the
the
end of
tunnel.
the chain.
At the end of the chain, yes.
You're
is
welcome,
Okay.
guys.
And is
Unbreakable
that
Prison College.
in like every single cycle of it repeating?
No, it's just one time right at the very end.
Alright, so we just put subtraction in front of those two and we're done. Easy. That's the whole
We can't
puzzle, guys.
move
I
them.
did it. I did it. I don't
Can
think
we-
I
wait.
did it.
So Theo, when you say they can't be removed from the origin point,
You
we
cannot
can't put
physically
stuff
move them.
between them, can we?
You can't, but don't let that dissuade you from adding on, I guess.
Well, that's what
So
we'd have
wait,
to do
would we
to
make
add
it?
onto it.
Would we make it like branch off? Like how else would we add it? Because we can't move them.
That I would say you could do that, yeah. Because nowhere in the book does it say that the formula has to necessarily make a perfect circle.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's like sentence
stack it on top.
diagramming. You got your
No.
little, yeah, it's like
We're up
diagrams.
Okay.
here, folks. We're mind
Um,
mapping.
I've got it. I've got the solution. I would like
Yeah.
to hide the one that says Colwich under a blanket. And now it's gone. It's gone for outside out of mind. He can walk out. We're done. Easy. Let's go. Let's get some W's in the chat. I'm a genius. Did it work?
Does
I
the
also
book
like
say
that you-
anything about whether it stacks? Can I just do multiplicity, 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 speed, and so we're now so
We're just
fast.
so
we
fucking
can
fast.
we can just shoot him out of here.
I will say your line of thinking is correct there.
Okay.
Mitch is just really salty about the Hecarim Yumi thing.
I gotta get the rush somehow. Viewers at home, I don't play League anymore. Like to put that on
He
the
went
record.
to rehab.
I miss Bard.
Don't, stop looking into the camera and saying that.
Don't look wistfully at us in the future.
I did watch a good chunk of the Fallout session, VOD.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Was it enjoyable?
Yeah, it was fun.
What the fuck? I think someone's upset. I just heard a
Does
lot
not
of
believe
banging.
that it was fun, Noah. How could you lie to him like that?
I was just.
I think given all the tools you have now, you can solve this.
I
puzzle.
already did. I put a blanket over Colwich.
We can't do this
He
with.
did it.
Guys, we can't
Okay.
do this with. I know a gal, Dora.
Alright. Secondary idea. Instead of putting it over the Colwich rune, I'll put it over Colwich, well, the man, and we'll hide him in my backpack, and then the runes won't even know he's there.
Put him in the
Colwich
bag.
the
of
man
We'll-
or
we'll
Colwich
sneak
the
him.
beast?
We'll sneak him through TSA.
Unfortunately, we
LTSA.
would all die immediately
Uh-huh.
if he disappeared from existence.
Yeah.
Well, like,
Except
he's
for,
just in my
except
bag,
for
so...
Kesha.
He's just in my bag, so we're fine.
Kesha's fine, apparently.
They had a Colwich arm necklace. They
Oh.
were fine. Oh, that sounds too much like they were getting choked. That's not
Yeah,
cool, actually.
This is a child. I only have 1.5 lives.
This is a child.
Better.
I never said choking had to be. Yeah, it's okay.
It was implied.
Puzzle.
Easy. We put minimize in between every rock.
Yeah.
And then we're small.
No.
Yeah, we can-
No,
You can
minimize
That's not
isn't
how that
a
works.
force; it's an effect.
Okay.
All right. I have all
Subtractional
of our rules are
Colwich,
set out.
subtractional
Wait, so
unbreakable prison.
what if we just added stuff that messes up the syntax of the
Sorry,
gravity
Zach. Was
parts?
that genuine? Like, do you want to try that, or is that just you throwing?
I'm just
something
putting
out there?
things to the group.
I
But-
mean, it would make sense.
Yeah.
What if we added
I'm
stuff?
pulling out my symbolic logic notes real quick.
I like Noah's
Don't. You're
idea.
overthinking it. You're overthinking
Guys,
it.
what if we just what if we just inscribed runes on stones that go between, like, or I should say around the gravity stones themselves to like break the syntax of gravity, and then that would like lift the gravity holding everybody down.
Well,
I
that
guess
doesn't
yeah. All
get
we might
Kovacs
have
out.
to
Because
do.
I'm just trying to think about like what the like not how we do it, but first and foremost, what the fuck are we supposed to do? And it sounds like the problem is that we're on a very heavy gravity situation here, and if we break that syntax, that might just be what we have to do.
Yeah, well, we
That's my
also need to
thought
make it
process
a
here.
breakable prison because even though we did see Kulwich reach his arm out, he didn't actually get to leave. So
Can
like,
we try just putting two subtractionals at the end before Colwich and Unbreakable Prison just to see if something happens?
well, we can't remove them once we put them down. So
We also probably should be careful with Kulwich stone, so we don't subtract
Yeah.
Kulwich from existence in the circle.
But
Well,
it's just.
hey, no more
But all
decay.
it's not going to subtract him from existence. All it
Mitch,
is
you and I
the
both know
intended
you're
target.
fucking
So
wrong.
if we subtract the target from the syntax,
Yeah,
then
but
he
why don't
should
we
have
just
just
say-
as much range as us.
Why don't we just subtract the gravity first? and
Because
Why
that
don't we
doesn't get
do-
Kolwich out.
right.
Well,
but,
why don't
okay,
we do
subtract
gravity as a
unbreakable prison?
practice?
Can everyone
I
just
said
write
both.
out their suggested formulas in the document that we made for this exact purpose instead
Alright.
of shouting out, what if we do this, this, and that? No, what about this, this, and that?
How about we do gravity as a practice so we're not fucking around with Kulwich and the prison part, because the gravity part is something that we can deal with and recognize easily.
You want to make a small circle to test.
Yes.
I
How
like
will
this.
we be able to tell if it's working? If
Let
Kulwich
go of
is...
Kulwich.
And get
So
pancaked.
you want to do an alleviate gravity circle? Because if you make it
Yeah.
heavier, how will we be able to tell if we're getting crushed
I
harder
don't
or
mean
less?
make it heavier.
Well, we're
I mean
saying
try
minimize
to fix
gravity.
that problem first.
Okay.
We'll take the
Well,
intensity
everyone,
off of the gravity.
write out
and
your
minimize it.
formulas that you're thinking of.
This is great.
This is
We
going
have
the way
to
you
try
expected it to.
All right,
something.
I have my idea fully written out, so feel free to add your ideas.
You didn't write it in syntax.
Yeah, we're not there yet. I'm just
C
writing
minus
first so we're all on the
didn't
same
include
page
the
about what my
proper-
idea
The
was.
proper grammarial
I'd
syntax.
like to write it in
So-
English before we write it in moon runes.
This is
You're-
really funny. I've
You're
written
usually
this-
encouraged to write it in moon runes first, and then you can explain it later if it makes no
I
sense.
didn't take symbolic wowg, so we're just gonna pass over that.
Symbolic wowg.
Yeah, I didn't take that. So let me just operate with grammar. English.
This is like watching someone who's never coded before learn. When you yourself are like an expert in like C++.
I am not crazy.
or C#, dude.
The
This
fuck
is
just
so
fell?
funny.
Oh, my pen. It's
I'm
fine,
just
I
gonna
don't-
use duality as my interpreter. I am the arcane interpreter. He is the symbolic
Yeah,
interpreter.
the
He's the translator.
duality took a fuck ton of philosophy courses at community college. It was crazy.
Smock would be so good here.
Does this mean that Isfanandrin
No.
has a
Would-
fucking
no.
community college?
Philosophy is not psychology.
Smock is too dumb.
No,
Oh yes, he has a
smart.
therapist degree.
Yeah.
he's a registered therapist.
Have you met a smart therapist?
Yes, actually.
Therapists
I've met a couple.
don't typically
The
go
most of
for
them
a
are not
philosophy
great.
degree, unfortunately, or linguistics. They got that psych
Yeah,
degree.
but Smock is so much more than a psychologist.
You're
He's
right, he's
so
a
big.
farmer.
He's a
Yeah.
he's a
Here, let me look at all the things he is right now and see if philosopher is among them.
Let's solve this puzzle first.
No, we need to remember what Spock is. This is integral.
I always thought integral was integral.
Yeah, no, he's
Oh,
not a
those are two
philosopher.
different things.
Hold on. I fucked
They are. I know that.
All right, I'm gonna put together a gravity formula, I guess. By the way,
Oh, it's still not
target.
whatever. it is.
The so range and target. I don't believe we know how to inscribe a specific target, so we're probably just gonna have to stick with zone.
Yep.
Well, yeah, but Colwich is still the target of the unbreakable prison thing.
He is because there's a rune specifically with Kulwich on it.
Oh, I fucked up. Sorry. Unbreakable prison, target, then Colwich.
Unbreakable prison, target.
See what I mean?
Colwich.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's
That
fine.
was me fucking up. I'm sorry.
That's no, don't worry about it. There's a lot to keep track of here. Okay, so target is just so you could write in anything after target.
Yeah, the rune just says Colwich's name on it.
Okay. Yeah. And zone.
Target
Zone,
Isaroria.
I assume, just means. Well, she's not here, so.
Yeah, but if she ever shows up, she's fucked.
Quick, grab the ring.
Yeah, when she shows up to try and collect our souls, we trap her in a fucking. It's just a zone that's just gravity, intensity, 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 intensity. And we're like, "Oh, run!
Effect decapitation.
Oh boy. We do subtractional like 1 billion times on speed, and the target is Isaroria. So when she shows up, she just can't move, and she's stuck in stopped time.
Do you guys have an idea you want to try?
I got distracted, and I was trying to absorb the
I
the
like
new
Noah's idea.
rules.
I'm not good
So-
at contributing to puzzles.
Subtraction.
You did so good with the colors, though.
Now, I have a question. Are we sure that it would be subtractional, or I guess for Colwich and Unbreakable Prison, minimize and intensity, those are only for doing more or less of a thing?
Yeah. So for like
I'm trying to
gravity,
understand.
I don't think subtraction
Wait,
would be the
I-
move. I think minimize would be the move.
I have a question, Thea. When I did that Arcana check on the stones to like read what each of them like specifically said, and how some of them they're not all just synonyms for slow. Are the ones that actually was it like? It's not multiple in a row, right? Because you said it's like a not infinite, but like a loop of infinity, gravity, multiplicity, right?
Correct. The string that repeats itself throughout the circle is intensity, gravity, multiplicity.
So maybe why it's so strong is because the circle is so fucking huge. You know, like maybe if it's a small circle, it'd be because it's fewer like layers of the formula being applied in terms of intensity. You know what I mean? That might be something.
Do zone.
We get to spend 6 hours walking around this circle, placing down 3 rocks every 5 feet.
It's like because here's the thing: if the
Colwich is
whole-
already dead by the end of it.
if the whole point of the whole point of a prison is that you're confined, so the fact that he's confined to like such a large area for what you would probably expect a runic prison to be, then it must rely. The strength of the prison must rely on
The number of intensity.
on the disadvantageous nature of it being so large.
Yeah, no, that's a good point, because the formula doesn't close until after all these, like, 1,000 stones.
Yeah. It's not like they were like, we're imprison him, but like give him a ranch to hang out on. It's like that wouldn't be a reason why it's so large. So.
Okay, so for the test, do we want to do zone, minimize, gravity? We would do multiplicity, right? Because we want more of less gravity.
Ooh, purple.
And then we repeat that. Probably, let's say like 2 or 3 times just to see. Because if it does get stronger, the more you have, it might be that we just like can't tell the change initially. So we could do it like 2 or 3 loops, and then we close.
Well, yeah. No matter what, it'd be much smaller than however like 1,800 stones it
Yeah.
was for the full.
Yeah.
circle.
So loop 3, and then we do zone. And I think that's it. Because we don't need a target. So
Well, unless
Yeah.
we want to test to see if. Well, I guess
we could target me or something.
Well, no, I guess what I was saying is like we wouldn't be testing the prison part, but I guess the logic is like unless we needed to add something that.
If you
would
wanted to
alter-
test your theory, we could make
Well-
it target me and then do subtractional me.
Well, no, I meant like we could make one that's
Do we
like.
know a
uh,
rune for
no.
duality?
What I'm thinking of is maybe
You just have to
we-
write his name.
What we could add near the end is unbreakable prison target duality, but then have
Wait,
no, but have
Duality.
part of that be like subtractional before unbreak. You know what I mean? Subtractional somewhere that we could add afterwards to then test. You know what I mean?
I guess I hesitate to put the unbreakable
Okay,
prison
you know
rune
what?
in before we know how to get rid of it.
Why don't we just test that on the big circle later? Because it's already there on Colwich, I suppose. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
we'll just
I
try
was more
this.
just
thing.
saying we could see the effects on individual people by just
Yeah.
using target instead of zone.
I just
Either
meant,
way, it has been 25 minutes and we've tried nothing.
Yes.
All right.
that is true.
Cool. So
Put
are
it
we
in.
are we making the testing runes then?
Yeah, let's make a test circle.
All right.
Okay.
We're putting out a little circle of zone, minimize, gravity, multiplicity, and we're gonna loop it 3 times around to make a circle that we can stand in.
There's one at the end of it.
And we're gonna put zone at the end.
And we also need a separate rune for formula origin and formula conclusion, right?
Correct.
Yes.
So we're gonna put those in as well.
Okay, you've made a little circle with that formula inside. As soon as the last stone is set down, the runes kind of shake a little bit, and then Daida touches them, and the runes glow purple, and you feel like a pulse, like a shockwave kind of hit you, and then nothing.
Okay. Could I put my arm in the circle? Is it lighter, heavier?
Your arm raises up on its own without you even doing anything.
Okay, so minimize
Okay.
is giving us very light gravity.
We made
Yeah,
a
and multiplicity makes it stronger. So I think doing minimize gravity multiplicity, I might have almost made reverse gravity.
We're
Well,
making,
the
Yeah,
multiplicity isn't affecting the gravity; it's affecting the zone.
It's no, it's a modification of the way the stones as a whole are interpreted. So whatever the previous effect is, this zone minimizes gravity. It's gonna multiply that.
it's multiplying the minimization of the gravity.
Yeah, and I think to a point, it would probably just be. It's now you're so light that you might get carried away in the wind.
Right,
Yeah,
this is how
don't
we can
go
get to
in
the
there.
top of the tower. Just
Just throw me upwards.
hey. Entrance
Hello,
to the ball.
everybody.
Yeah,
That's how
add
we're gonna end-
unbreakable prison, and then I will just ascend to the very top, and I'll be able to wave it soon.
That's how we're gonna make our entrance at the ball. We're just gonna do that.
We're gonna float upwards.
yeah.
Oh boy!
Behold.
All right.
Okay, so your
we
idea
figured
worked
out-
as you thought. So what's next?
Okay, so now we know how the
Fuck.
formulas work, which is
No,
what happened.
my map. Oh, I'll be right back. You guys figure it out.
Oh shit!
Dora.
So
Quick,
good job,
Mitch,
guys.
go to his room, get his notes.
Right now, go, go, go.
I fear he might have spilled all his stuff on his notes. If that was the sound I thought it was. Anyway, we've got the
So-
formula right.
So now what we need to do, well, whatever we do to the big circle, for the sake of the clock, should only be like we don't want to have to like add rocks to like every piece, every loop of the chain.
Yeah.
Of the big circle.
Whatever we
Well,
end
if
up
we
doing
if
will
we
need
all
to
work
be
together,
at the
putting in
end.
just like one subtractional, It might.
Or
It will take
What a-
we,
hours.
we can just stack. We can add in a line. Theo said we can just add in a line. It doesn't have to be a single one in between. So we can just crank the multiplicity.
hold on. Here's the thing, though.
Like the opposite way for minimize.
Yeah.
What? But here's the thing. Keep in mind, if the magical formula syntax is broken, only if the effective segment of formula string is broken. Since technically speaking, Kolwich is like got the whole like heavy gravity thing under control. Like he could just like shuffle us all out. Then all we technically need to do is break the syntax of the unbreakable prison. You know.
That's that's
Um,
true.
So all we need to
Theo.
do is go to where, because obviously there's only one unbreakable prison rune in
Yeah.
this whole thing. So we just need to break the syntax of its placement within the big circle, and that
Yeah.
probably will fix whatever we need to do.
Theo, how long did you say how many runes this was?
1,570.
Okay.
So
I
we
had to
have
look
take
up
a
the
while.
average size of a rock in order to get that number.
You did calculations,
So,
bro.
I guess since I'm the one that was like deciphering what each one specifically.
So 1,570.
I guess I'm gonna have to take a hike around the edge with a hand of Kolwich and just look for the one that says unbreakable prison, I suppose.
Okay, when you arrive there, you are at the part where it says gravity, intensity, multiplicity, zone, unbreakable prison, target, Kolwich. Those stones are in front of you.
Well,
and then the conclusion one, right?
Yeah, formula
Okay, yeah.
conclusion as well.
Okay. So we have a few options. We could break the prison one. We could break in terms of syntax. We could break the Kolwich one. I'd say unbreakable prison is a safer bet here.
Probably.
It's
So-
not like it's gonna blink Kolwich out of existence. It's
Well,
just
I know, but
breaking the intended target being Kolwich.
I'm just saying we're not like room doctors
know?
here, so we're not.
Yeah.
This isn't like our expertise.
Yeah, you. Honestly, I'm the least qualified to be making comments here, so like you can.
So
Well,
what's the
here's
idea here?
here's a question though. We don't know if unbreakable prison could be minimized? You know, like do we?
No,
have
we
to
subtractional it.
Should we
Right,
make a
because
second?
For interpretive purposes, we would simply modify the way the stones are interpreted, so the unbreakable prison is like reduced.
What
So
if we just
either it's less unbreakable or it's not gonna work.
What if we just added subtractional before target and just say no, there's no target that is Kolwich to target? You know,
You could, yeah, I guess.
because it would still because it would still be saying that the target is Kolwich, but we would be saying that there is no such target Kolwich.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
So
it would be actually be a way to do it without even breaking the syntax. It would just be like rewriting,
making it
the-
confused.
we would just be contradicting the current setup of the syntax. Like it would still be a correct formula. It just would be, you know.
Unless
we
it
could-
makes it everyone in the universe except for Kolwich, and then we get stuck in the circle.
I mean,
I think we lose the campaign if that happens.
Archman.
I think you guys should go with an idea.
Yeah, just try something, man. See what happens.
I just said that for shits and giggles.
All right. So theoretically, we might only need to add one subtraction here. We want to put it.
Try the
before-
subtractional on the prison part first.
So make it be.
That'll be easier.
Multiplicity zone,
Hold on a second.
subtractional, unbreakable prison, target, Kolwich, conclusion. Is that what you're saying?
I think
well,
so.
before, since you guys are a little worried about doing it on the Kolwich itself, I would like to find a rock, and I would like to name this rock Dave.
Okay, you've inscribed the rock with.
No, not inscribed. I'm just naming it
Just
Dave.
naming it.
Oh,
I'm letting the universe know that this rock is Dave.
okay.
Letting
Okay.
The
God
rock is
know
now
that
identified
I'm
as Dave.
Yes,
Have you just
and
made
now
Solid?
yes. I'm very zoomed out, so I don't know if you guys can see it, but I did type in what I want to do. I want to go Dave Unbreakable, subtract Dave, subtract Unbreakable.
I like that. I like this.
Unbreakable?
The Unbreakable
Dave.
Prison. That's too many words. It's a whole 2 words. I made it 1 word.
Okay.
Well,
So-
wait,
This
don't
is
you
its
need
own
target?
string.
Don't you
This
need
is its
target,
own
though?
separate circle.
Zach, don't you need target for this?
Yeah, you need target, Dave.
Target isn't a thing. It's you put the name down and it
Yeah, it is.
makes a target.
Theo,
No.
Theo added it midway.
Yeah,
That's why
I
Colwich
fucked
is
up.
its
Oh.
own separate rune.
Oh
Target
yes,
and
sorry.
zone are the two things. You can either say like this is the zone, or you would have to say target.
Also,
and
there
then
would
the
need
thing
to
you're
be
targeting.
stones that would be inscribed with the name Dave.
Yeah,
But
the
I
universe knows
serious-
this is Dave.
I seriously
Yeah.
think though that if we add subtractional to right before Unbreakable Prison, that could work.
I mean, that's what he's testing.
That's why I'm testing, but instead of doing it
Oh.
on Colwich, I'm doing it on Dave the Rock.
So he's gonna see if he can take Dave out of this circle.
Yes.
He's currently in this circle.
Yes, I've made this circle around me, holding my best friend Dave.
Do you not want to test what? So hold on. How
Well,
will
how
you
are
know
we
if
gonna-
this works?
He's-
Because
it's
if
not
you
he's
make
moved-
the
he-
circle and then you make it unbreakable and then undo that, you won't know if it's actually worked or not. Because if you take it out of the circle, either you did it or you didn't.
Okay,
Well,
good
no, I guess
idea.
the
So,
Well, the logic might be that we might then know the nature of the prison
Just-
because if we
just-
grab the rock and we try to like
Just
pull
let
it out.
Zach do it first.
Let
Yeah.
Zach
Yeah,
cook.
just do something.
so, I like the way you think. So I'm going to do target, Dave, Unbreakable Prison, and then I'll just let Dave and Unbreakable Prison
Don't you
loop
need
again, just
zone,
because. But I'm
though?
going to leave extra room,
No.
so that
It's
later
either
I can
zone or
put
target.
subtract in between.
I see what
So,
you're saying.
so for right now, I've made a ring that I believe will make it so Dave cannot leave.
Okay. It doesn't need to be a ring because it's not zone. So
Okay.
it's just gonna be a string.
So I've made a wall.
Target, Dave, unbreak. Oh wait, no, it is unbreakable prison, so it wouldn't need
Like
to...
a prison needs to have an area, not just like.
Okay.
I
Well,
actually
no.
was thinking, would that just mean that Dave can't move forever?
No, hold on. I know how this would work.
He
Okay,
is
so
the prison.
in a string. Target,
Nothing
Dave,
can leave
unbreakable
Dave.
prison, and then the
Not
same
subtract
thing.
yet. Yeah.
Yeah, not subtract yet. Okay. So you place this down. Same thing. The rocks kind of shake a little bit. You touch them, and then they turn glow. They turn purple and glow.
All right. I would like to walk Dave through. My best friend Dave.
Okay. As soon as Dave touches against the edge of the wall, it passes through. But as you keep walking, you try to pass Dave through the zone of the circle, and it doesn't pass through
Of like the main circle.
the main circle. Yes.
Motherfucker.
Wait, the.
At least we
I would
tried.
like to now add my subtracts.
Wait, so anything
Wait,
in
no.
the circle is now part of the formula.
So you add the subtract, and you try to pass Dave through zone, and he goes right through.
So if we just do that to Colwich at the end. So if
You
we
just leave.
add subtract Colwich subtract Unbreakable. At the end of the chain.
Well, before conclusion, but right.
Yeah, before conclusion.
it would
Right
go-
Yeah,
before
we add a little
conclusion.
branch off.
Because
Yeah.
it would be Unbreakable Prison, Target, Colwich, subtract Unbreakable Conclusion.
Subtract Colwich subtract Unbreakable. Just keep it the same as what I tested. Because we don't know if it was specifically the Dave or the Unbreakable, so I got rid of them
Oh,
both.
sure, I forgot that. Yeah. That's what.
Yeah.
Okay, is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You place down these runes so that they kind of branch off of the main circle. They kind of jitter a little bit, but they stick in place. You touch them, and the inscriptions turn purple and they start to glow.
Colwich? Sorry. Colwich.
What? What do you want? We've been here for hours.
Leave. No,
We
we
have.
haven't. Leave.
Leave? How do you expect me to leave? This is normally... He pushes his hand through where normally he couldn't, and he feels weightlessness for the first time in hundreds of years. And he's able to walk right through the circle, and he, like, takes a step, and he, like, launches himself through the air like a jump at how powerful his steps are. You've
I like to-
successfully
I like to
broken the
imagine-
unbreakable prison.
I like to imagine this moment of him stepping out, and he's like, we've seen that it works. It's like Daida has like he's like eyeglasses on, sheets of like paper all around him, the book in his lap, and like the rest of us are like putting runes together like Legos. I've got like 3 rocks like held in my mouth, just like it worked.
So glad. So
So-
glad it took Zach 1 minute to do the puzzle and the rest of us 40 minutes to do the puzzle. Good
I'm-
job.
I have redeemed color theory.
Yeah.
What I will say, all of you were technically right for the most part. Zach had the best idea at the beginning, where he was like, if you just subtract target from zone, he would just be able to walk through, which was true. If you put that in the original formula, the thing about minimizing gravity throughout the entire circle was also true, so you could have done that as well. But Zach had the best idea first, and
We
in
all got
terms
spooked
of-
by whoever said, "What if it deletes Colwich from existence?"
Yeah,
I
that
said
wouldn't
as
have
a
happened.
joke, but like,
I'm pretty sure I said 3 or 4 times, it's not gonna do that, guys. You're like, ah!
It wouldn't subtract, because like if existence isn't a force rune within this equation, so it wouldn't
Not
be able
yet.
to subtract him from existence. But the reason why the rock couldn't pass, or could pass through the wall but couldn't pass through the zone, is because the unbreakable prison rune established zone as unbreakable prison.
Baba was wall.
Okay.
Yes. Unbreakable prison is zone, basically. So when you made something that referred to unbreakable prison, the runes knew, basically. Anyway, good puzzle.
Good puzzle.
It was a good
That
puzzle.
was
My brain hurts a little
One
bit.
of the better puzzles I've seen in media.
I will
outside-
say, in the middle of that, I did need to text a support group saying, this fucker's making me do a symbolical syntax puzzle. I don't even know what that shit is.
Symbolical syntax.
Symbolical
little-
syntax.
The detail that said, if syntax is broken, only affected segment of formula string is broken, what that meant is that, let's say you were to do, like, just on purpose, intensity, gravity, subtractional multiplicity, that would only break that string, but it would still repeat the whole rest of the circle.
Yeah,
So
and
it
considering
would be
that loops
1
197
time less.
times.
Yes, and it would be 196 times. So it
Colwich
doesn't
would
affect
feel
the rest.
like an ounce lighter.
That's where it kind of breaks away from the idea of coding, because in code, if your syntax is wrong, the whole string breaks. Not here. Anyway. You are all now outside of this circle as Colwich is like regaining his strength. He's feeling himself. Yes! Yes! This is what it felt like! And he like sprouts 170 arms that just like reach outwards. And he faces upwards and he like laughs maniacally. Yes! You've unleashed Colwich from his jail.
Yippee! He's our friend, right? 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 Right?
I think
Right?
he's a
Some
little
bones there,
grateful.
buddy.
I've befriended my
feel gr-
brother-in-law.
He gets down on his knees.
We still got the black lung to deal with.
The giant mass of his torso is just writhing and like rumbling on his back. Like you can see his back sort of contort and move as he's kneeling on the ground.
That doesn't look good.
Mr. Colwich, what's going on with you?
His mouth opens agape way too wide for any humanoid.
Guys, what do we do? What do we do, guys?
I know how to. I'm not a doctor.
Shit, I'm not
Do
either.
we put him back in the circle? Is it?
No, we don't put him back in the circle.
It only got that. His mouth didn't do that back in the circle.
As his lumpy torso starts to turn over and shift unnaturally, it looks like something is looking to escape his throat. His eyes bulge out of his head, and his jaw unhinges widely. A cloud of magical dark smoke explodes out, feels like a burning sensation is filling your lungs and hitting your eyes. It affects a wide area all around you. You can't help but cough repeatedly and rub your eyes to get it to stop. Once the cloud in your vision clears of the shadows, two creatures of death stand above you. Two gargantuan, shadowy hounds, both panting and drooling at the sight of delicious prey. They open their mouths to reveal sharp and crooked fangs for teeth, their gaping jaw continuing along their stomach. The hunger and struggle of the hunt manifested. Starving for centuries inside the belly of a god, the abhorrent stench of evil invades your every sense. Two eye shapes seem to almost painted onto their fur where their eyes would normally be. It unhinges its jaw and opens hundreds of eyes all over its body. It looks deep into your mind, striking fear into your heart. Their tails are melded and joined together in an unholy demonic union of flesh, fur, and blood. They reel their bodies to unleash a nightmarish, howling call that echoes throughout the woods, shaking every tree in several miles. Kolwich's body is collapsed in the snow in front of you. You alone stand between it and that monster.
I'm not happy.
Where'd he go?
Roll initiative.
Can we take
Production
our
value.
intermission before we do this?
That's crazy.
Sorry, what? Yeah,
Are
take
we
a break.
taking intermission before this?
Yeah, we can take a 15-minute intermission.
Okay.
That's crazy.
8:45,
Okay.
come back.
That was cool. That was cool.
That was freaking
I
awesome.
liked that.
So the hounds got a little excited with Solops being that close to him, I guess.
And also, as he's writhing there, he looks awfully skinnier than before.
That makes sense.
He lost the dad bod.
He had two whole dogs in him. Inside of him, there were two wolves,
And they're kissing.
and they're both going kills you.
Oh, that's less fun.
Anyway, yeah, that's horrifying.
PP break.
Just move.
I'm
Yeah,
scared.
I go pee pee before I pee pee myself.
What's up, guys?
Not much.
I'm over
Listening
here
to
now.
Listening to that discussion broke my brain.
No, you guys are good. You just needed to stop talking and start doing.
I know.
Well, you said correct things multiple times.
Thanks, Theo. I appreciate that.
I forget that I'm not allowed to make jokes when Mitch and Noah are in logic mode.
We'll take it too literally.
Anyways, I rolled a nat 1, so this is gonna go real good.
I got a 13. Well, might as well grab a snack. Ow.
I love how our reward for doing such a great job solving that puzzle is death.
Isn't that awesome?
I do have a question for you, Theo. Actually, several. One, so this is right outside of the ring, right? Where is the ring relative to this map?
Oh god.
Outside of the map that you currently see.
Okay, but like where? How far?
Probably about 150 feet.
We went that fucking far?
Kolwich was really happy. He was jumping around.
Secondary
Just run it.
question, to ruin your combat. How long would you say it takes to like inscribe a rune?
About a minute.
Yeah,
Not
this
that
isn't gonna work. I need some
Come
turns.
on.
I was literally going to, if it was right here and you were saying it would take like one action per rune, I was just going to fucking right at the end of that chain after, subtract Colwood, subtract Unbreakable, I would write Hounds Unbreakable and bait them in. And then we could just walk away.
It's basically, listen, man, that's basically a ritual cast.
As soon
Yeah.
as things started going poorly, I was like, great time for a circle. And then we were in combat, so no more circle. Womp womp.
I'll tell you I'll tell you what, Zach. If you want to do that, if you're in the middle of this combat and you're like, I can't do this without doing my plan, you just tell me I want to do the plan, and I'll shift the entire combat to be right about that. How about that?
No, I'm good with it being your combat, don't get me wrong. I was just like,
no,
what's
no.
the most creative way I can end this combat? And I just thought that
think-
was kind of cool.
I think it's a good idea as a plan B. If you want to do it, I would say if you want to make a formula in the middle of combat and lure the hounds in, you would have to last 5 rounds.
That's not that many rounds. We'll go with the combat as you planned it. I just thought that was like a cool thing, and that's why I'm asking you during intermission rather than as we're starting combat. Because I don't want to ruin your plans, man. I just wanted to share a creative idea and see how you thought about it, you know?
Or how about that could be how it ends?
I do like
Yeah.
that.
We
Yeah,
can do
say
that
we
at-
can't kill them just for the sake of story, and we have to imprison them instead of...
It would be really weird if you guys were able to kill these things.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah, these fabled, fucking legendary Solop hunters that control this entire, I guess,
Guys,
We
ring.
just
Fine.
beat him.
I
Also,
haven't used my horn yet. We don't know what
can-
it does.
I can show Lydia what I was talking about. So, I wanted to do a fog of war type thing, but I didn't really know how to work it out. But I figured it out. I set up this virtual cam thing here, which helped. But then I figured out I can do this. I can shroud the map with a chroma key, and then I can take the paintbrush and I can reveal. Oh, wait, that's the wrong.
Oh, that's
thing.
cool.
That is pretty sick.
Why is it not doing it correctly? There we go.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
actually
I can
really
re-
cool.
I can reveal certain parts of the map and also see what I'm doing.
I like that.
Me too.
It's very, very cool.
Pretty epic.
So what
Pretty
if
epic.
I'm so
I use
proud
my
of
horn.
myself.
That
and
was
it
good,
summons
man.
more things for us to fight? How do we feel about that?
God, I opened Lydia's DM and I got jump scared by myself.
You want the 2 hounds to summon more stuff to fight you?
No, I said what if I use my horn, which I have not used yet and do not know what it does. What if it hypothetically gave us more things to fight?
It could be a Horn of Valhalla and we get like 4 spectral Vikings.
Would be sick.
That's Norse
It's
mythology.
little-
This is Welsh mythology. We clap
Yeah,
this
but that
bitch.
is a D&D item, I think.
Is it? That's funny.
A little bit of gambling, you know? What's wrong with gambling?
Also,
I
we do
like
have
gambling.
Taryn here. We do have Taryn here with us. Taryn will be participating, even though
Ooh.
he's just been kind of walking around.
Damn.
You did make him pass out.
Yeah. He's gonna, like, slowly limp up behind you, ready to fight, because he sensed you were in danger. He smelled it.
If Taryn dies, I'm gonna kill you, Finn.
Finn isn't in charge of Taryn, dualities.
No. If Aloris dies again, I'm gonna kill Finn.
Even if it's not his fault.
Yes.
He was only a Furbolg in one life. It's whatever.
My
It's
pride in
chill.
my race is immense. I
It's
don't think
chill.
you understand.
I don't know why Dyna's all the way back here. Go over here.
He was reading his book. He didn't see what happened.
He was rapidly writing down everything he knows now.
What was your initiative count? Finn.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know yet. 19.
Roll initiative, you bastard.
I had to pee.
Could have rolled when you piss.
Yeah, you're right. I should have counted how many seconds it was streaming, you know? That's the initiative.
11.
I was very proud. I wrote, I am redeem, not realizing I didn't have enough room, so... The ED is there.
No, I am redeemed.
I am redeem from Color Theory.
That says I am Redem.
I am
No, it doesn't!
You're too easy.
Oh, I didn't see the second name. Sorry.
Yeah.
I am redeemed. Your
I am
next
Redem.
character is named Redem. It's a sorcerer.
Is this easy to see, by the way, or
Enough.
is it like?
The grid's a little tough,
Yeah.
but it's alright.
Oh, I can change the color.
Yeah,
The
might
rest
just
of
make
it's
fun
fine.
make
It's
it
just the
right.
grid's a little tough.
The grid's a lot. The grid.
The grit.
Hit the gritty.
I hit the grid. I'll change it to something that will fit. Red, perhaps.
That's easy to see.
Yeah, that works.
Oh, and Theo, I think you'd like to know this information. Responses from my support group say, LMAO, what the fuck even is that? In retaliation, you should send him a zip bomb full of horse porn.
I'd like it.
He forgot we're recording. I'm putting him on blast. Exclusively that clip is going on YouTube Shorts for the world to see. The rest of it, that's private. But
Wait,
just
not
that
down
one
a
moment.
little bit of horse cock? What's wrong with that?
Not personally. Even though there is no cock like horse cock. Still gonna...
We'll put a little 5 for me.
You are not in one of the 4 states that bestiality is legal, so...
I'm not being serious.
that part's not making the clip.
I'm joking.
We don't want to take a trip to Enumclaw, Washington, Theo.
No, I don't want to be like Mr. Hands.
Damn.
You all have max resources, so hopefully this isn't too bad for you. Although I will say this will definitely bleed into next session.
Okay.
Because even if we go over, it's probably not going to be enough.
I'll just one-shot him. That's fine.
Yeah.
Just
how
simply
much-
summon your wife. Oh wait.
How much damage do you do per round on average?
Enough.
I do 0 damage.
Yeah, so they're actually vulnerable to fin damage. So it's gonna be doubled.
Oh, also,
Um,
if it, for you, since you are decaying, if it wasn't obvious, these are the sources of your decay.
I figured that out, yeah.
Yeah, and also it's been around an hour since since the puzzle, so another 5.
That shit took an hour?
And so
it
It
did
took
take
an
an
hour
hour.
in
It
real
did
life.
take an hour.
in combat, it's also at the start of your turn.
Am I now also fucking whatever?
Are you decaying? I don't think so.
I'm sorry,
Okay,
what? Did
I
you just
wasn't
say
sure if
at the start of every turn I'm gonna lose another 5?
Yes,
Why? How does it go from an hour to 6 seconds?
because it works differently in and out of combat.
Man.
Physical
When you're like-
exertion.
Hey
Yeah,
Noah,
when
we're
you're exerting
fucked.
yourself.
Onigay.
Yo, Onigay. Hell yeah.
Oh, that's
Noah.
awesome.
With the
I have bad
tentacles.
news, Dida.
Yeah.
So it took an hour to complete the puzzle, so you're minus 5 max HP. Like another one, and also in combat, decay procs at the beginning of your turn.
Is that just like Game Master rules? That's just
Yeah,
weird.
it works differently in and out of combat.
I'm so
Basically,
glad
he
I
wants
had
to
a
kill
mental
you
breakdown.
A lot.
That's what a good DM does.
I have a +8 and I still failed that shit.
I'll
Well,
figure
I
something out
passed
for
because
Candy.
I have a +9.
Oh, wait, I need to roll initiative. Wait, so I'm now at 6. Okay, let me hold on.
Yeah.
Let me,
He's now at 6 total HP.
16, and then I
Yeah.
need to roll initiative.
Yeah, so we lost an additional 5 just during the puzzle, and then at the start of your turn, it's going to be another 5.
That's a nat
Every
20,
round.
so
All right.
Oh, I should
Yeah,
roll
yeah.
initiative. My bad.
Yeah, please do.
That's. Oh, I don't have any bonuses.
Or should I make it more punishing for people with high con? Should I make it equal to your con modifier or just 5?
Why would you do that to me?
Theo, it's a little too fucking late.
Fuck you, Finn. Fuck you.
Theo, the more you do that,
Man,
the
you
more
solved
damage
my
you do.
puzzle. Instant combat with the gods of death. Fucking extra HP gone. You know what? Fucking you lost your armor. I don't know when, but it's gone.
I decided I didn't want you to win the fight.
Oh, you think these are the gods of death?
I'm gonna
They're
decide
not,
that-
but it feels like it.
I'm gonna decide that Camden's maple syrup has an expiration date.
Yeah, 2077.
Yeah, he's gonna die if he drinks it.
Man, when no one was looking, someone put Unbreakable Prison and Finn's
Wait.
weapon.
We could still use the stones, couldn't? Well, no, they're back in the thing.
I mean, like if you tried to go,
I already
you would
pitched
be
this idea.
subject to 1 billion gravity.
I already
Finn
pitched
talked
this
about
idea.
wanting to use the stone. I said if you wanted to make an unbreakable prison for the wolves, you have to do it at the end of combat.
Well, the
I immediately asked how
to
far
do that
away
if-
we are from them and how long it takes a room, because I was
Theo,
just
at the
going
end
to
of
make an
com-
umbrella. Okay,
Sorry, I'm sorry.
go ahead. You're good. You're good.
You sure?
Go ahead.
You sure?
No.
Go ahead.
What if I'm not
No,
good?
just keep going. Zach.
What if I'm
That was-
evil?
But no,
that
I
was
did.
maybe a pick.
No, you're good, dog. I did immediately pitch making a addition to the ring, where it's Unbreakable Prison, the Hounds, and then baiting them in. And at first Theo was like, "Oh well, the stones are like 150 feet away, and it would take like a minute per rune." And so not really in the cards. But at the end of combat, I doubt we'll be able to actually kill them, but we'll be able to knock them out. And we'll have to, like, trap them so they can't be a
Yeah.
nuisance. Because he thought the idea was cool enough to incorporate it somehow.
Yes, it is a cool idea. And also, it'd be really weird for 5 Solips to be able to kill a creature of this caliber.
Yeah.
You sure?
So we can just, like, fuck it up a bit.
But we're the
Yeah,
main
5
characters.
Solips. One of whom, Ifmis's brother, the other, Rakar himself,
The other,
And
and one of
Korn.
them, Korn.
Lord.
And one of them has
We
never
all
lived
know-
before.
We all know the hounds fucking love Korn, okay? This is factual. We learned it in the legend lore.
Duality, I need an initiative roll.
By the way, Lydia,
Oh, sorry.
Onigay.
I got hot chocolate in here.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, we got it.
Okay.
Yeah, we got it.
Is that
20.
We can't
Dido, what's your dex modifier?
+1.
Duality, what's yours?
+2?
Okay, Duality's first.
Oh,
I'm a tree.
Should I roll for Garwich?
Yes, roll Terran's
The way you
initiative.
said that.
Oh god, they're playing Rivals. I just heard them yell
Jesus
again.
Oh, good.
Guys, don't
so
worry. I have
Matthew, you
Mantis
add-
alt.
You add Dex mod, right?
Yeah.
22.
Well, we kind
For-
of reduced that from the math.
Okay.
Yeah, 22 for Terran,
Yeah,
which
so you-
technically
Oh, I thought you were
would
talking
be,
about you. Sorry.
would be the same for mine because I have a 2 to my mod, so
Wait,
mine my
yes,
20 would be a
Terran-
22.
But
Did Terran
natural
roll a nat
20s
20?
do get
No,
priority.
he rolled a 19.
So
okay.
it's going to be Duality, then Dida, because it is a natural 20, which trumps the modifier, and then Terran, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've never whipped before. That was weird.
Yeah, don't do that again, please.
Stop.
Alright,
was
new
it worth
quote.
it though? Was it
This
worth
one
it?
isn't
I've
even
never
from
whipped
this one isn't
before.
Even from a character, it's just Noah.
I've never whipped before. Don't do it again.
Sorry, this initiative tracker fucking sucks dick. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay.
Here we
Dual-
only have one rule. Never
Hold
ever
on.
let it cool.
Never ever let it cool. I gotta put on more upbeat battle music, or else we will all fall asleep. Oh.
Okay. I am gonna quick make your stream the biggest one. Oh, I'm like right. I'm just right in there. I'm in there like swimwear
I
already.
will
Okay.
put the.
I'm so fucking ready.
Do the initiative tracker really quick. So first is duality. Second is Dida. Third is Terran. Fourth is tact. Fifth is Finn.
By the way, are they actually connected at the tails?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Are the tails Colwich?
No,
Yeah. Are they coming out? They're not coming out of Colwich.
no. These things were living inside of Colwich.
Yeah, I didn't. I meant like, was it
It-
like
it
a
would've been
gross,
cool if that was, like,
fleshy
the-
coil that was attached to Colwich still?
Yeah, they are umbilical cords attached to Colwich's mouth.
Yeah.
You know,
So
Dark
if we get 'em
Souls
to, if we get them to
3-esque.
bite down, then they lose their host, and thus the angel will despawn in the Ring City.
Yeah.
All right, there's the initiative tracker.
Also, which
Duality.
one is tact and which one is savage? Just so I know.
This one is savage, the one closer. Attacked is the one in the back.
All right.
Of
left
course,
facing
tact
is
would be
savage.
looking to the right.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna fucking hit him. Duality is starting out. I'm gonna make my little dude just right. I think top left of him. I'm gonna try and get around to see about doing something with Colwich, maybe if that clone lives. And I'm thinking we do a bit of smacking. So I'm gonna, as I'm running, I'm yelling out like just like holy shit, Colwich, and I'm like running out. I have no conception of what these fucking things are. Besides, they're probably the dogs we were told about. They're a little bigger than I thought they would be. So I'm gonna do some attack rolls here. These are with the Warhammer. So that is a 21, dirty 21. Second attack, a 19.
Hits.
And then on this last one, I'm gonna Great Weapon Master. So -5. Hell yeah. That is a 18.
Hits. Roll all your damage.
I'm goaded. Okay. So the first two are just D10s. Where's my D10? There it is. Okay. Oh yeah. Alright, so 7. Or no, sorry. That would be 13. I'm gonna write all this down so I can just give you the total.
Please do. I wish this online DM screen had a calculator.
That was so fucking weird. I rolled 3 7s in a row on this dice.
That's lucky.
So yeah, that was.
Angel numbers.
I don't think I've ever hit that before on this
You should buy
specific die.
777 lottery tickets now. So you all win.
And he's so real for that.
So in total, that's 49 bludgeoning damage. And I think that's the whole turn. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
So yeah, that's duality.
Bat into these fleshy beasts.
I'm whacking this guy.
Blood and that familiar black powder just kind of gush out of him, but the creature doesn't seem to be phased whatsoever.
Just whacking at him and getting sprayed with this shit.
Dida.
Hey, I'm gonna open up with
Don't forget
Cloud,
to decay
but
at the start of your turn. You decay at the start of your turn.
So it's in addition to the start of the combat, basically.
The start of the combat was just from the time we spent on the puzzle.
Is
Now,
that
I'm
the case?
sorry to step on your toes here.
No, is
Don't
that-
forget to
okay.
go fuck yourself.
No, I'm doing that right now. Hold on.
Don't worry, don't worry. My ult is almost up. My ult is almost up. Don't
My
even
bad. I
sweat
made
it.
a challenging combat. Sue me.
Again,
I'm gonna,
As
Well,
a
I'm gonna-
reward for puzzle well solved.
I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast the 20-foot radius sphere of cloud kill on Tact and Savage. So like,
Okay, let me make a sphere.
I got too much
20
fucking
foot
stuff.
radius or
radius. The diameter would be 40 then.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fill that up real quick. Green.
where
Opacity.
specifically do you want to put it, Noah?
On top of Tact and Savage.
Right, like kind of right there, or like right here.
Yeah, like
Or
right
like
there.
just puts the whole thing over duality.
Yeah,
right
that's
here.
That's perfect right there. Yeah,
So
Okay.
you want to
Uh,
kill Colwich? All right.
he can take it. So, does that count as them entering the aura, right? Because
believe
they're
so.
in it.
They are in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they both need to make a Constitution saving throw. I guess Colwich would also need to. However you want to do it with Colwich, but
College
at
will
the
just
very-
auto fail because he's passed out.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Good thinking, Noah.
That's fine. So yeah, basically both of them need to make a Constitution saving throw. it would be
Does
against-
an 18 save?
Against my spell save DC, yeah, that one would 18 would save, yeah.
Okay, so tact saved, savage did not. So what's
Okay.
the damage there?
So that's the wrong spell. Here it is. So I'll roll for the failed save first.
It's the same damage to both. You just roll the damage.
No,
halves
because
it.
it's different damage on a fail versus on a full thing. You know what I mean?
It is.
Like, because it'll be half if they save.
yeah, you just roll one damage, and then one takes
Well,
the full, one takes
yeah,
that half.
I guess that's what I meant, but yeah. I just worded it weirdly. All right, let me. That is. And then I add the +2 from my staff, so that's 28 poison damage.
Okay, so 28, and then the other one takes 14.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, in terms of movement, I'm gonna like, is that like that big old tree log thing like to the bottom right of our group? Kind of. Is
It's
that
leaning
like,
on top of a rock.
So can I like go behind that rock and be under that log?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do that. I'll go like 5 feet further than that. Like, perfect. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Just to let you know, you cannot see the wolves, the hounds, past this rock. You can't
Okay.
see over it. It's too tall.
Yeah, that's fine.
Terran.
I have a quick. Might be a strange request. It's not related to the combat. Can you enlarge Colwich's token? Because I can't like tell what it is that I'm looking at.
It's the closest I could get. That was
The
the thing I was.
twig.
That was the thing I was talking about, where I was like, I cannot find a good thing for this dude.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Because I couldn't tell for a moment if I was seeing what I thought I was seeing.
No,
Okay.
that looks like a guy who's mad chill for real.
He is. He smokes weed in his shack all day, and it
That's
just
what
started
his-
getting to him today.
That's where his hound lung cancer came from.
And now
anyway,
he's got poison.
Terran, starting off the combat here, he's going to feel a little bit inadequate next to these two much larger dogs, and so out of fear he'll quick mount up on Keisha. So, you know,
What?
he's gonna
Terran's on your
grab
shoulder
onto
now.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just gonna perch up there, and
Sorry, you're just my favorite. I don't know. you're also really fast. I think we could get away from these guys. If we just ran, maybe we could survive.
Well, I kind of have a different thing in mind, but well, eventually
Alright.
it will involve running away. Don't worry.
All right, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
You just start.
Well, I
with
was
the
gonna say he was gonna, gather his courage and do something, but
No,
I'll
yeah,
have
he
him
can
do that
gather his
later.
courage. Yeah. No, go ahead.
Okay. I don't know. Doesn't seem in character for him. Anyway, Terran, hearing that you're intending on staying and his vehicle for escape is not going anywhere soon, he's going to, kind of puff himself up a bit and then bark at Savage, who he sees we are at least engaging in combat with and are not instantly dead. So he's gonna try a little intimidation there.
Okay, so I have to roll opposing insight, right? That's how that works.
Yes. What'd you get?
20.
Damn. Well, that beats an 18.
Darn.
A darn.
I've
The
been rolling,
hound.
all rolls I've been doing with Terry have been pretty good so far.
Savage seems unfazed by the bark. He's like not even paying attention to it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He tried his best.
That's all we can ask. I give him a little pat.
Yeah. He's ready for combat.
Good job, you did a good job, buddy.
And that's Terran's whole turn.
All right, tact.
Tact, because he's starting the turn in the area of the spell, he needs to make another Constitution saving throw.
How's a 23?
Yeah, that saves. So I mean,
Sounds pretty good.
It's
I don't know,
alright.
man. Only 23?
The DC was 40. Damn.
Shit.
Oh!
You forgot he's min-maxed.
By the way, Theo, this I couldn't add the +2 from my staff to, right? Because it's not really like the casting of it anymore.
Correct.
Right? Okay, yeah. So
This is based on your magic ability.
yeah, so he's gonna take half of 29. So he'll take like 14,
14.
yeah.
You motherfucker.
Tact is going to. Let's see here.
Why are you hitting the gritty outside of my door? Go away!
He's hitting the grill.
Stop it!
The grill.
Stop! Anyway,
Turn the webcam.
he's gone now.
Damn. I want to
Tact
see a
is
sick
going
grin.
to use Call of the Shadows. He's going to howl into the sky, and 3 area of effects are going to appear.
Oh.
Ah,
I thought you were gonna say, and 3 owls are going
Mind prison.
It's time.
My time has come.
That's too big.
Every time Daida does one of those psychic spells, I just get like a mental image of just Professor X.
And then this one's going to be weird and fucked up. How the fuck do I do custom colors? Earlier.
God, I miss being a fighter. I have so many things. There's too many things.
The thing is, I'm running Echo Fighter, so I also have a lot of things. I just haven't used them yet.
I miss being a champion fighter who just hits things.
The worst subclass in the game, according to some.
My god, is this the
Echo or
return of
champion?
Warren?
Champion.
Probably true, but easy.
Yeah. There's just, I don't know, there's like some strong opinions about it not giving you stuff or something. I don't know.
It doesn't, but you crit more and you hit more.
Why is part of the circle not moving? What the fuck?
That's, what the fuck?
Doesn't wanna.
You took the filling out of the pie, is what it looks like here.
Bro doesn't
can't
like
copy.
Wait, if you click off,
Oh god, it's growing!
just undo
Oh,
whatever it
God.
is you were doing there.
What the? Okay, I deleted it and they're still there. What is happening?
Okay, this is where we just press Control Z for a while.
This operation will turn a live shape into a regular path. Yeah, bro. Whatever that means.
Mm-hmm.
Delete. Okay. Remake the circle. I'm so sorry.
Wait, you have me selected. Did that do anything?
Maybe, I don't know. Good fucking question. IDK Photoshop, bro.
Alright.
Isn't this music from the final shape?
No.
Anyway, I'm going to use my turn to attack who I think might be Weed Cat.
For real.
Oh God, we're gone!
Where? Shit.
Yeah, you guys are dead. Sorry.
We disappeared.
Oh my God.
Fuck.
Who needs
We're in there
enemies?
somewhere.
Friends.
I swear, guys, I swear.
Oh, not again.
Why can't I God fucking damn it. I hate this application so much.
At least it's not Canva.
Oh my god.
What could be causing it
Bro.
to do that?
Don't worry, we'll cut all this out.
Duplicate.
I thought we raised the
Well,
production value.
Are you
Theo. What is
replicating-
It's
this?
fine, Zach. We're gonna
B
fix it in post.
fucking
It's okay.
2, apparently.
Are you replicating the layer, the shape, or the selection?
I'm trying to replicate the shape.
Do the layer.
Okay. I will remake the circle.
I will remake the circle.
That looks
There.
like a circle.
Circle. Fill. Cool. Layer. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, there we go. Jesus.
So many.
Okay, now the transparency, or put layers above. Why am I talking? I've never used Photoshop in my fucking life.
Okay.
I don't know,
what
man.
is
You just started
learning
saying
here?
things.
I've also never done symbolic syntax, but I've kind of figured that out.
Things
Okay.
you can learn just by trial and error, I find.
In these circles, the ground below you is going to start like radiating and also like decaying.
Our
away
Geiger
at the
counters
same
start
time.
going off.
Cracks in the ground will form and like a dark green energy like pulses through them.
Dick.
And
It's
also
strand.
going to
No. The veil.
When are we gonna fight
let's
Nimbus?
see.
I hope today.
The eyes on both of the hounds are all going to blink at the same time, and then they're going to open their eyes to appear to be a light green color. This will make them immune to poison damage.
Is this turning into like Riven eyes or something now?
And then that turn is done. Finn, I would recommend you don't end your turn there.
Uh-huh.
Don't end your turn in the
No.
cloud kill.
He's being nice right now, guys.
Yeah.
We've done this before. We've done this before. It's okay. We've had to deal with circles.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I had to deal with a brain circle.
Okay.
Our first boss was circles.
That's true. I have enough movement that I can get directly above Duality's Echo.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go there, and guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hit him. You didn't guess. But it's fine.
No
How could I have
way.
known? How could
I'm
I have
g-
known that you
I'm
would do
going I'm going to hit him.
I thought you were gonna just
So that is a
stand there.
25 and a 28.
Both hit damage.
I like my odds there, yeah. Okay, so I need these, and I need these. That is going to be 14 piercing damage and 7 radiant damage.
14, 7, 21. Cool.
Okay.
Is
And
that
then hold on. Give me 5 seconds. Yeah.
Oh wait, do they have? No, they're not. The other animals were vulnerable to radiant damage, but these guys are not. Okay.
Yeah. You know what? I'll throw some smite on there. on one of those attacks as a bonus.
Holy smite.
Because I'm kind of testing waters right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll do a first level Divine Smite added on one of those. That's going to be 13 lightning damage. Because of my lance, I can change the damage type.
You watch as Finn takes his lance, and he turns the lance just so that the light hits it the right way. It turns like a electric blue color, and he stabs into Savage, and a lightning bolt just kind of shoots right through as a smite is pumped into this guy's torso. He doesn't flinch, but
At all?
nope, he looks at you though.
So 0 damage.
It's easy.
Like, does
I
not
never-
flinch.
I never said that. But
Oh,
has
just
high pain
beefcake.
tolerance.
Just beefcake. We're
He's
fucked.
actually on death's door. He has no nerve endings
he's
left.
just really nonchalant.
Yeah, so, is he dead?
Oh, I forgot to move tact. Okay, that's
Yeah, he
bad.
dies standing there, actually.
Wait, so he's gonna die.
Well, I mean... Noah, what type of damage is it?
Oh well, he's immune to
Archeo?
poison damage.
Currently,
thank you,
yes.
Tony.
So there we go.
Yeah. Okay. Keisha.
I'm going to run where Finn is. I'm gonna run up behind him.
Yeah, because you have 40 feet of movement. That's correct.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Everyone's just
I have 50
grouping
feet
up
movement.
behind
I got.
Duality's echo.
Don't worry.
I'm
If you're
gonna-
standing near me, I'm built to take shit for you. Oh, and I
Exactly,
almost
that's why
forgot my decay. Hold on. Well, you don't need to hold
Stand
on,
behind.
but
I pat him on the shoulder and I say, You're doing really great there, bud. You do a real good job hitting them. I think.
th-
You're so
so-
fast.
thank you.
I'm left in a very
Finn,
unfortunate
you get a
scenario.
D10.
So good.
Get a
I'm
D10.
so fucking inspired.
You're
Stance
so
up.
Inspired right
I'm
now.
gonna have to eat an opportunity attack to avoid Daida's cloud kill.
And then I am going to. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Ego Whip on Tact.
Okay. And what do I have to do?
I need an Intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw.
11.
No, that does not pass.
This
So
music does not feel bad.
you now have disadvantage on attack rolls, abilities checks, saving throws, and you can't cast spells.
I have disadvantage on attack rolls, saving throws, and I can't cast spells.
Yeah, and you do another Intelligence saving throw each of your turns.
Okay. Sounds good.
So I'm
Yeah.
assuming
Have to-
after
you have to
their
remind
next
me.
turn.
Yeah.
So they get. Is it one turn guaranteed? They can't do any of that stuff
I mean, it just says
at the end or the
at
start
the
of the
end.
turn.
At the end, yeah. So it's
Okay.
one guaranteed at least.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Is Colwich waking up?
Savage's turn.
A poison.
He's gonna wake up and he's gonna be like, "Oh, finally, the dust is gone from my." What is
That
that?
just your cloud kill is just like going into his lungs.
That is what it does.
He is going to
He'll be
jump
fine.
over your head and land over here. He is going to unleash an AoE multi-attack with his claws.
Mm.
Fleshy meat whip is currently slopping over Colwich.
Does a... Oh, I rolled the same number 3 times.
Damn.
Just like Mitch did.
Fuck.
What was it?
18. Does that hit all of your ACs?
Yeah.
I have a question. If it meets the AC, is that a hit or is that still
Yes.
deflected?
It
Yeah.
still hits.
Okay.
Hit.
I always forget if it's saving throw rules or something.
Okay,
Okay,
it hits Terran as well. Finn, does it hit you?
What was the number again?
18.
18.
No.
Okay, so
Damn.
Finn, you take no damage from this. Everyone else, you take... Let's see. Ooh, you guys are not gonna like this.
That's a great thing to hear. On the first
39.
attack of the boss.
39 slashing damage.
Okay.
So Duality's echo is just
Ah! Dead as shit.
Okay. Question for you, Theo.
Yes.
So, I do have a reaction that would essentially allow me to take that damage instead of them. Would I take both hits into myself, or would it just be the base damage?
You would take
the-
you would take the total damage, like
Okay.
added together.
Don't do it.
So instead of that, I would like to use my reaction to rebuke the violent. So
Okay,
can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Give him an intelligence saving throw to make.
It's wisdom, man. I can't change it.
What is the
17.
funny one?
17?
Mm-hmm.
That is unfortunate. You're going to take half of that 39 damage back as radiant.
Half of 39 would be
19 rounded down. So yeah, you're gonna go ahead and take that back. You beat it by 1.
nice.
Damn.
But you're still taking half. You know, it's something. It's something. We're putting in a little bit of work on Savage here.
Oh,
Give it
Theo, did you roll disadvantage on that attack roll, by the way?
No, now I have to. God damn it! Here, I'll roll them all again and see if any of them are lower.
Wait,
They're
no.
not.
It was guys,
Yeah, I
it was
figured.
disadvantage on tact, not savage.
Oh shit, never mind. That's my bad.
I also
Did not
got-
matter.
This guy,
It
this guy gets
doesn't matter
dragged
anyways.
with the tail.
Also,
Oh, so they tight together.
Theo,
Yeah,
Think
this
tight,
is
tight.
just for later reference. Do these guys provoke opportunity or no?
they do.
Okay, well I forgot to take mine, so that's my bad.
It's fine.
It's still their turn. You can do it.
That's
Well,
my bonus action.
Do I bother doing it retroactively now, Theo? Is that a thing I can do?
I mean, go for it, dude.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Yep, roll damage.
It was worth it.
We're fucking up
Uh,
Savage first, okay?
10 bludgeoning.
Is it magical bludgeoning?
It's always magical with my weapons, man.
Let's
They're
go,
not
baby.
resistant to physical damage.
Huh?
It's just kind of assumed most monsters are these days.
That's my bonus action. I'm gonna try to eat Finn.
That's valid. Try me, fucker.
Dex save?
Okay.
Did you just make that up now?
No, I'm reading it right here.
It was
14.
just funny because your face was like,
Consider this deck save.
What'd you say?
14.
Okay, you get eaten up.
Valid. Go.
Let me read this.
Gorp.
You're trapped inside of its jaws, but now it can't use its bite attack. Take. Oh my god, that's crazy. Take 4 necrotic damage and subtract that from your max HP.
Fuck,
Okay.
dude.
Cool. I'll just
Then I gotta
consider it
really
decay
good
essentially
strategy
for the
for
sake
you.
of how I've been doing this HP.
And then it's gonna walk just kind of over here with its mouth over this pit.
Oh!
There's a pit?
the
This
ground
this
is
green.
shaking and it's doing something gross.
It's
Can
gonna-
be.
Guys, I don't like it in here.
Shit. Would that be an opportunity attack for me?
He's
and
not out of
Korrineo?
range yet.
It hasn't
Okay.
moved outside of your range.
Yeah.
I've never opportunity attacked.
Is there
I've
room
guessed.
between him and that tree on the to the left of him for me to get around him, or would I have to go
Yeah.
backwards?
It's a bush. You can move like through it essentially.
Okay.
Difficult terrain bush.
Yeah, sure.
It is
Adelar.
thorns. There is a man in there. Save him.
Speaking of the bush,
He's
I'm
blind.
gonna walk up and to the left so that I'm out of the circles and next to the bush. And then I'm gonna go, we are undefeatable. Aura of life. Yay!
What does that
So, So 30-foot radius until the spell ends. It moves with me. You have resistance to necrotic damage. Your hit points maximum can't be reduced. And then every non-hostile living creature regains 1 hit points when it starts in the turn when it has 0. So if any of you get downed, you'll automatically get brought up.
That's
Okay.
really
It's a lot of
nice.
stuff.
Anything
Wait,
else?
what was the
Also-
first bit, Lydia? It was HP can't reduce. You get 1 hit point every turn. What was the first one?
No, you get a hit point if you are downed. If you have
Never
0
mind.
points.
So it's just
and you
an
have
auto
resistance
res.
to necrotic. Yeah.
Resistance to necrotic. Okay.
Anything else?
Question.
Yeah.
How long would it take me to blow my horn? Is that an action or a bonus action?
Bonus action.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blow the horn.
Okay. The horn echoes. You hear animals within the tree line kind of just run away.
Okay. Good to know.
Nothing happens. No.
Sorry.
Yeah. Don't bring Bricky into this. We don't want another spirit getting eaten.
Okay, now that it's the end of the round, these founts of necrotic energy are going to erupt.
Wait, oh, I don't get a chance to move?
I
Fuck.
didn't get a chance either.
Nope, you were higher in the initiative. Should have thought about it. All right, so
What do you mean, shut up?
Happened after our turns.
which
That's
one of
it.
you is decayed?
That's it. I'm gonna
We're
start
both
cheating.
probably
Both.
decayed, aren't we?
Is,
I'm the only one that isn't.
duality decayed? Okay.
I have never been decayed the whole time we've been in
Oh.
spirit
This
realm.
is like my 3rd time.
Okay. Duality. Oh, actually, I need a con save from everyone that's in the that's in the eruptions.
I think that includes Savage.
You know what? It's been fun.
No, Savage is immune to necrotic damage anyways, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, that's good to know.
Now we know.
So does that mean that Finn
Hey.
being in his mouth is protected? Protected
No.
by
Yeah. he is by extension now immune.
Yeah, it can't get through him.
So,
don't
so
know that.
that is necrotic.
Come on.
That damage, Theo.
What'd you say?
That damage is necrotic.
Yeah, it will
So
be.
we will have
you're all
resistance.
resistant, so it'll be.
Except
It can't be
Vodan.
decayed.
Fuck
Except
you,
Vodan.
Vodan.
Vodan will take full damage.
Damn.
Which save was
What
it?
do
It
you
was a
mean,
con save.
Con? Why?
And
Well,
if you are within 10 feet of... Okay, we're gone. If you're
Dinah
within
doesn't-
10, so just duality for the sake of this, you'll get an extra +4.
Okay, wait.
Dida, you don't get resistance to necrotic
Jesus
damage. You weren't
Christ.
in the range of Adelgar's aura of life.
Oh.
If you get close to me, though,
I see.
it'll still be up for 10 minutes.
By the way,
Okay.
So I rolled a 26
Okay.
Do I
so-
get a-
with all those bonuses.
am I getting a +4 from Zach?
No, you
You're
need to
not
be within
close.
10 feet.
All right. Well, then it's just a 16. Then.
Okay,
18.
you fail. Okay, you fail too.
Fuck me!
18 is
Damn.
a fail. Holy shit.
And that is an offer for anyone who wants to.
What
you know.
number of fuckhood is this?
So, both of you who failed are decayed, correct?
Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both of you take. How much is this? Math. 51 necrotic damage.
Hope you guys are ready to lift some weights.
Zach has resistance? Question mark. However
I do,
that
but still.
works.
Still.
We
Yeah,
can
wait,
run
how-
away. We can
So-
run away, guys.
So you
have
said,
to
Lydia,
grab
part of it
Coleridge
was our max HP couldn't be reduced, right? So we don't need to take this necrotic against our max.
Correct.
So it's just gonna be 25, because I got that resistance.
Correct.
Okay.
Duality, or sorry,
you,
Dida, however, is... Oh,
duality
sorry.
only takes. What's half of that? 14 necrotic damage.
And then do I add my resistance to that?
Are you resistant?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of
Oh.
Lydia.
Then yes.
So 7. Actually, no. 2.
Mantis ult!
Dude, I don't even... I feel bad. watching,
Don't feel bad.
I feel bad watching Dida take like 50-something damage, and I'm
Yeah,
just
I'm at 4 health.
Oh shit.
Jesus.
All
I'm
right.
sitting over
duality.
here like, oh, light breeze. Oh. Can I...
To be fair, okay, hold on. I need to narrate this just so that you get the idea of what just happened. So, these cracks in the ground that are like lit up with necrotic energy just shot up giant pillars of energy, and Daida got caught in the middle of one, and he just got full front blasted from below. Same with.
Same happened in Duality, and I'm just standing there like.
Oh wait, but they're gone now.
They are gone now. Yes. Finn inside of this creature's mouth also got blasted.
You see your muffled.
Okay.
Duality.
Theo, I have a question. How
Yeah.
tall are these guys?
Let me look that up. "64 feet tall."
Okay. So they're a little.
Fucking what?
I can't say I'm surprised. Can I try to like? I want to take some tosses with the obsidian poignard to try and like hit Savage in the jaw to get him to drop Finn.
I like the idea. Roll the throw attack, but roll it with disadvantage since you're targeting a specific spot.
That's fair. I'm gonna give it 3 goes.
I did have a similar idea.
I rolled a natural 20 and then a 7 on the dice.
Damn.
Let's see
What's
what
the
my
sev-
bonuses
What's the
are.
7 total?
7 total would come out to math. 16.
Okay, it's
So-
gonna hit. I'm gonna roll the
Oh, that one.
damage. Yeah,
Okay.
that hits. And then your damage, I'm gonna roll a strength save. He fails. All right, you're gonna hit this damage, and Finn is going to get knocked out of its mouth.
All right, that's 8 slashing damage, and it is magical.
That don't matter.
That don't matter.
Finn, you are
Damn.
no longer grappled
I was going to,
or consumed rather.
yeah.
Gold.
I was pretty much going to do. How many of us have seen Attack on Titan?
Some of
I don't
Technically,
recommend taking
some
the
of
Aaron route on this.
it.
No, not get swallowed. I was going to do season 2 when the female Titan has Aaron in his mouth, or her mouth rather. I was literally going to cut the tendons and just explode them with a smite, so he can't use his jaw at all again.
Dang, that was cool. Okay. Well, sorry about that. I was. a
Nah,
little
you
worried.
good. You good.
He's gonna spit you up.
Okay. So in that case, now that he is free, I'm gonna make my dude appear again, but this time, let's see. Yeah, you know what? Let's just keep fucking up Savage, I guess.
Yeah, one at a time.
So yeah,
dude.
I'll have my Echo appear, basically like right just above Adelgar, so like peeking out of the bushes, basically. And then I'm gonna make 2 more attacks between the 2 of us. Okay, that one definitely hits. That's gonna add up to a 24, and then that's exact same number, a 24.
Okay.
And then I'm going to unleash Incarnation to have my free extra attack from my Echo. So let's see what that one is. What the? That was 3 18s in a row. Am I on crack tonight?
Wait, Theo, did
So,
you
yeah.
roll 3 18s in a row?
I rolled 3 11s, which turned into 18 total.
Yeah, but what the fuck is I rolled 3 7s in a row. That's 3 18s in a row. Whatever. I'm gonna start rolling damage. I'm scared.
I'm terrified.
Okay.
He's using all his good luck now, and now it won't go towards his wasteland relic.
man.
The better he does here, the
I'm never
worse
gonna
he'll
hit on
do in
that lottery,
Fallout.
man.
Let me buy the lottery today.
Oh, I like that idea. I just learned that DraftKings has blackjack, so I just have blackjack on my phone, and that's scary.
All right,
That
so
is
that's
scary.
33 bludgeoning, and yeah, where it's just alternating like back and forth as though we are working on a railroad, hitting him with hammers. And
The
that
dog's
is
just-
duality's
Savage,
turn.
despite being beat up by you, is just kind of turned and looking at Adelgar.
Oh, good. That's great. Yeah. Good luck with that, buddy.
Dida turn.
All right. Am I able to climb up onto that like rock that I'm behind?
What's your speed?
It would be probably I think 30 feet. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30.
You can get right here.
Okay. And then I'm going to cast Rolithan's Psychic Lance, but I'm going to do something I haven't done yet. I'm going to revise this spell and use 2 of my sorcery points. I'm going to revise this to be Rolithan's Psychic Dance.
Okay. So what I'm thinking is it'll try to put them into a sort of trance to make them dance around as they take damage over time. So I'm gonna have it be a charisma save.
Okay.
So it's Tasha's hideous laughter, but worse.
But awesome.
No, it does damage.
No, not worse as in worse than the original spell. I'm saying worse for them.
Worse for them.
Yeah.
So
7.
better.
That's their save roll.
Yes.
Both of them?
Just are you casting it on both?
Who are you
Well,
targeting?
I don't.
Is
I
it
don't.
a targeted spell?
Oh, right.
Well,
Okay.
'cause
One
I don't know.
person. One person. So which one do you
Wait,
want
and
to target?
I can't use multiple sorcery point meta magic options and the same spell, or can I?
No, you can't.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I will target Savage.
Okay.
We're fucking
he
this
rolled
guy
a
up.
7, so he's gonna start dancing. His speed on his turn will be reduced to 0. Roll the damage that you would normally do with named psychic lance.
Okay, let me grab that then. I didn't pull it up because I didn't think I would, since it was a different spell. Let me grab it.
He stared me dead in the eyes and then started doing a jig. This is horrifying.
He looked you dead in the face and hit the gritty in front of you.
64-foot tall wolf
He's just waving his head back and
hound.
forth.
He's doing the.
Oh, here we go. So just the regular like the regular.
Regular damage, yeah.
Okay.
You know, he looks at them and he hits the. The Warwick
thriller.
taunt.
The fact that you called it the Warwick taunt and not the thriller is so brain rotted.
I was, I was
No,
also
no.
It's
thinking of the
because
Warwick
nobody does the
dance.
thriller dance no more, man.
No, that's
Only
the
Warwick.
kangaroo move from the Olympics.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she invented it. I forgot.
She copyrighted that
He
shit.
starts going like.
That's gonna be 30 psychic damage.
Alright. There's named psychic dance.
Wait, what was the first word?
Names? I don't remember what it actually
Oh,
is.
it's Rolithan. That's why I was
Rolithan.
confused. I was like, who?
Who the fuck is
Nazim's
Neem?
Psychic Cloud District.
We'll call it Dida's psychic dance.
He invented it, guys.
I
He
invented
invented
a
a spell.
dance.
That's what he does.
What can I make him perpetually do the whip?
No.
So there's
In his whip, he punches the shit out of Adelgar.
No.
Wolf punch! Alright.
Adelgar's
Terran.
dead now.
Terran is like underneath the belly of this beast on
As he's
Taysha's
dancing.
shoulders. Yeah, and
we're
I'm
all
pretty
just
sure
standing
Terran
there
is
like,
near death.
"Oh."
Is he? I didn't hear what damage he took.
Didn't
It's
he
not
take
my fault,
39
Lydia.
damage?
Lydia,
Yeah,
it's
he
not
took
my fault.
39.
Lydia, it's
He
not
did?
my fault.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was within the cone of that swipe attack.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
Lydia, it's not my
stupid.
fault.
God, I didn't even write that down. I was like, oh, that's not me.
Lydia, it's not
No.
my fault.
Not my problem.
It's not my fault, Lydia. Don't hurt me. It's not
Never
my
give
fault.
Mitch
Adelgar
a
will
pet nip.
remember this.
It's not my fault. I'm doing my best.
Okay, Terran, health.
Wait, how much health does he even have?
Should I share, Theo?
Go ahead.
50.
Oh, okay.
No.
And now he's at
no.
11.
He's got more than
Karen,
Okay.
no.
We can always run away.
me. No.
No, that's
Okay.
for bitches.
We're about to experience the solid.
Terran could run
mechanics.
away.
Yeah, Terran doesn't need to be here for this.
Yeah, here.
He won't.
Hand him
No,
to
he
duality,
wouldn't.
and I will football throw him away.
Terran would never run away from this. Again, fiercely loyal.
That's true. That is one of his passives is loyalty to the pack. Okay, so Terran's ouching right now. I
Real hurt
believe.
guy. He's got
Huh?
like a big flesh. I'm talking to Keisha. He's got a big flesh wound and like blood is spilling out of him. I'm pretty hurt,
Shit,
guy.
shit, shit. Yeah, you're really saying that, man. Maybe you should get out of here.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that. I have to do something.
What? You are doing something.
Here, I've got an idea.
He's gonna turn into
He's
a pirate
gonna
wolf.
he's gonna look up at the confused and dancing giant dog, and he's gonna bark again with conviction.
He's gonna turn into a pirate wolf, guys.
He's
Does
gonna have
this?
disadvantage on the insight check because he's dancing so much.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume he's a little confused.
Nat 1.
Yeah, double damage.
He rolling that 20.
I'm just
Terran
picturing like
rolled a nat 1.
Oh no!
Oh,
Bark, bark, bark!
Oh! There was no other way he could have fucked that up.
but he's fiercely loyal. It's okay.
I don't think it's
Okay.
working.
Bro gave the saddest I'm dying now bark.
He's just in pain.
Actively bleeding out.
He's
Bark.
gonna. I'll make him howl as well in defiance. So everyone who can hear this, who's an ally within 240 feet, will have resolve until the end of Terran's next turn, which basically means you subtract all damage taken by 1.
okay.
Well, fat lot of good that'll do me.
Great.
Hey, Noah, never forget the Pirewolf fight, alright? 1 could be the
Critical.
difference between life and
Trent.
death.
That's true. Let me raise my mug to Trent.
Raise a mug to Trent.
Trent.
There he is.
Trent.
Well, that's him and
Okay.
his family, I guess.
So, yeah, that's the best that Terran can give you guys,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Alright.
It's something.
attacked.
It's something.
Let's see if he gets a recharge. He does. Okay.
Don't forget your disadvantages.
Teehee.
It's a D6. That's how recharge works. And don't get
Damn.
disadvantage on a D6. Tact is gonna howl again.
I'm
Since
just
he
gonna
got that
die. I'm
recharge.
just gonna fucking die. Like, I already took my turn, so I can't move out of the.
Thought you would have learned your lesson.
Learned his
What?
lesson to do
I'm
what?
just supposed to know that he's gonna roll well on the recharge.
All he would learn is that he's going to die next turn.
I'm going to
Good
die.
roll.
You should have just kept the layer and fucking hidden it.
That's so true, actually. I should have done that. Alright. He's gonna pull one right here.
Oh,
He's gonna
yeah.
pull one right here.
Jesus
stack the-
Christ.
What if they're mad that duality took no damage and they stacked 2 on me instead?
I think that's.
What if they put all
Hmm,
3 on duality?
Roll, let's see.
roll luck,
Aggravation?
or maybe I should roll luck.
Provocation.
Roll persuasion.
You're just gonna talk to the.
It's
Persuading the
to
DM.
make them more angry at me because I glanced behind me and saw you literally like a cartoon, like charred black smoking figure in the distance. Okay, I think I can work with that. 15.
Beats a 6.
All right,
This
I'm
one
sorry,
does.
everyone else.
It's fine. It's fine.
Ah.
We were in there anyway.
We have resistance to necrotic thanks to Adelgar.
I'm so glad I rolled a 1 in initiative. I tell you what.
Me too. I love low rolls.
Should he? I'm thinking as to whether or not the wolf would be eating up Colwich or changing the.
Would they hunt Colwich? He's not a solid, is he?
No.
I mean,
But
Colwich
they're
already
responsible-
ate
That
them.
is their job.
They're responsible for him.
They are hungry.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, I guess he is out of his cage.
Yeah. You know what? That
Get
would
back in
actually be a
here.
good idea. He's gonna attempt to eat it, and Colwich will autofail because he's passed out. So he's gonna carry
Oh.
Colwich away.
And drag
Oh wait,
Savage.
he can't. He's attached. He's attached. Yes, so true. Instead,
So he's just gonna go.
he's gonna hold Colwich in his mouth.
Very
He's like-
gently, like
he's
an
like-
egg.
He's like, Savage, get over. What are you doing?
No, he's like actively chewing.
No,
He'll
I meant,
be
like, his
fine.
reaction to the reason why he can't move Savage with him. because
Colwich is a
Savage-
sturdy guy.
I'm just picturing Savage has like disco music playing in his head right now.
It's
Colwich
the
is
fucking
a
all the
sturdy
girls are
dude. It's
garlic,
okay.
garlic.
Finn.
Okay, so question.
Yes.
The rings aren't a spell. They're a magic ability, yes?
They are not a spell. They are a magic ability.
Okay. If you had to assign them a spell's level, what would you do that as?
9.
Probably like 6.
Okay, because I am going to dispel magic on this.
And Tack is
So-
going to use his reaction to decay spell.
Is he now?
He is.
Welcome to the
Con
club,
saving
Finn.
throw.
27?
Was
Okay. Your spell doesn't go
Theo
off,
is
but you...
Theo is that a spell that you just
Yes,
used?
it is.
Cool. It can't cast it.
Okay,
That's
the other
tact.
one
Yeah.
will
Or
cast
no,
it.
is that savage or tact?
They technically either could, so Savage
Okay.
will do it, I guess.
Can Savage focus enough on what's going on while he's dancing?
He's just dancing.
I assume he can't do like physical attacks.
His
or
speed
something.
is just reduced to 0. He's just standing in place.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just.
And I guess he can't attack or anything because all he wants to do is dance.
All he
Yeah.
wants to do-
Okay.
So like magical shit, probably. I don't know.
Is that going to burn my spell slot?
No.
Okay.
I assume if you failed
Already gets
the
buried.
save, it would.
If you fail the save, you
I
take
would have
product
just
damage.
gotten damaged.
Oh. How do you
Okay.
know?
I just
'Cause
had
I-
a feeling.
God.
By the
He knows
term
all.
decay spell.
I
Okay.
figured decay spell was just a counter spell that could burn a spell slot.
Nah, I
Alright.
don't like counter spells that get rid of spell slots.
I mean, if it's an ability, I would be less mad because then it's a finite resource.
Yeah.
Roll
Alright,
recharge on that.
So that is my action still. I'm going to move underneath Dancing Wolf, out of the ring, upwards.
Like right here.
Yeah, and then how much movement would it take to start climbing the wolf shadow of the Colossus now?
How much movement did you just use?
Like 15.
Okay. You can climb up about, like, it would be 7 feet, and they're like 64 feet tall. So you can get it, like, up on its leg quite a bit.
Alright, yeah. Yeah,
Would
because
you
I
like to
used,
make a
what,
targeted attack
15
on its
and I have
legs?
35. So,
Oh, you have 35.
I have 35.
So you would have 20, so you'd be 10 feet up on it. You're, like,
Yeah.
on its side. You're, like, in the middle of climbing it.
Yeah, and while I'm doing it, I'm making sure, like, I'm yanking the hair so he has to be aware of me. To kind of draw him away from fucking up everyone.
Okay. Let's see.
That is that. Technically that still counts as me casting a spell though, so I can't use a spell as a bonus action this turn, correct?
I don't have that rule.
Alright, cool. Who needs some help?
What do you mean?
Good old
Aaron
Dida.
loves them.
Good
Say
old
that in
Dida.
character.
What is help?
Say that in character, please.
Who needs some help?
Maybe a little louder. We're fighting.
Yeah.
Who needs some help? Any takers?
What
Terran
kind of help
might-
are you
Terran
offering?
might.
You spoke first, Shield of Faith. Yeah, go ahead and add a +2 to your AC
Hell yeah.
until I lose
I would love that.
concentration.
It's not like AC is what did 50 damage to me, so.
Yeah, I was just going to give it to you immediately, but you're out of range for like physical attacks at this point. So I wanted to give it to someone who's gonna get swiped at.
I'm just
Appreciate
gonna die
that.
to whatever the fuck this is. I guess
No,
I'm
you're
gonna
not.
die,
You're not in it. It's fine.
I specifically was irritating so that I could get them to do it to me again.
Alright, and that will be my turn.
Okay, show.
Okay. In these circles, I can see Adelgar, right?
Yeah. The circles represent where the cracks are in the ground. You can still see
Yeah.
them.
Okay. Hey, how good do you think Adelgar is at etching? Ever play ball in
What's
the
your
backyard?
dexterity score?
12.
So
Pretty-
not good.
A little better than average.
Okay.
Average being 10.
So
Okay.
like barely
So-
above 50-50.
Not odds of
Theo-
catching, but
If I
ability
were
to
to
catch.
throw Terran to Adelgar,
Why
Would
are
that-
you throwing them into the circle?
I'm hoping that
Get them
Adelgar
out of there.
fucking runs.
If they
Why-
don't catch Terran, then he stands there and
you're
dies.
right. You can literally take like 2 steps up,
He's
and
on
you will
your
be
back,
out of
just
the rings.
move.
I was going to do that and then throw him so Adelgar can heal him.
Don't throw
No!
it.
So you're taking him out of the
I
ring
can't
and then
heal.
chucking him
I
back
can't
into the
heal.
ring.
Fuck, that's right.
Just
I
get him
have
out
no
of the
healing.
fucking poop smoke.
Shit. Damn.
I can
okay.
heal next turn if you put him on me, but I'm also trying to
God,
piss him
shit.
off.
Adelgar
So
is after you, so that plan wouldn't make sense anyway.
This would be
They
great
just
if it was in
come to you.
character.
This is all in character.
I'm yelling underneath this wolf right now.
Ah!
Get Terran
Okay,
out
fine.
of there.
Okay. I step back out of the circle.
Okay.
do you think it's paying enough attention to opportunity attack?
That was my concern.
They're not out of range.
I'm just saying, if they
So
try
I'm
to
gonna try to
run,
get away. You know what? I'm
That one
gonna-
used its reaction already.
That's true. He countered.
you
Oh
can
shit! I
get
didn't know that's how that
away.
worked. Okay, I'm
Yeah, it's
gonna.
1 per turn.
I'm gonna just fucking run behind that tree over there.
Get them out of here.
All right, and then.
Hey, where are we going?
Away!
No, we gotta get back in the fight. They need help.
We're gonna be in the. We're still in the fight, Terran. We're just slightly more distant from the fight.
Put me on Finn's
Tactical
shoulders. He's
retreat.
in there. I'll get in there.
In a bit, buddy. Okay. I also can. I cannot be in there right now. Okay.
Is Theo trying to convince us to persuade Terran into killing himself?
No,
He's
Terran's
really
convincing
likes-
himself to kill himself.
Terran wants to help.
Terran wants to die.
Running away is helping Terran.
Yeah.
Tell
I'm
Terran.
gonna. Running away is helpful. Okay. We are being very helpful right now. I'm gonna cast antagonize on tact.
Okay. What do
So
I need
running
to-
away to
So,
die
I
in
need
a
a
different
whiz-
position.
I need a wisdom save.
Oh, 10.
No. Okay, so I need to do my 4d4 psychic damage. 44. Right, so you take 10 damage, and then, you have to immediately use your next reaction to make a melee attack on Savage.
Okay. I'll do. Oh wait, no. I'm holding Coal Witch in my mouth. I have to do multi-attack. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll do multi-attack.
Okay, I guess.
You've
see.
twisted my
Yeah,
arm.
because they
literally.
couldn't burn their reaction. Let's fucking go, Queso.
Hits all
Yeah, I can do
three.
things.
Let's see how much damage that
Yo.
does.
I have to use the bathroom very badly, so I'll be right back.
That is 33 damage.
Okay, that's it.
Also, Theo, if this isn't from Final Shape, is this from Lightfall then?
It's from Darkest Dungeon.
Oh, it just sounded so much like music from like Lightfall and Final Shape or something.
It does. I can't lie. How close are we to... Okay. We're pretty close to top of third round. Savage turn. I'm gonna wait for Mitch to be back. Because he might need to...
Because Mitch might die.
I don't think he will. But... Okay, pleasure. Good fight so far. Very challenging.
Very
Lot of
challenging. I love how they are unfazed.
They're so unfazed.
Man, I
So
wish I
heavy
had.
unfazed.
I wish I could do what Camden can do and then roll. When I roll a nat 20 on initiative, I can just force myself to roll a nat 1 instead.
Man, I wish I could do what Spade can do, where I look around and I find an oil barrel and I can throw it at them
I
and
can't
it
believe you rolled that the
explodes.
first time you rolled on that.
Me neither, dude.
Freaking
It was
crazy.
so great. It was so perfect.
I'm glad that that table has been popular amongst all of you.
It's so
It's
good.
It's so good.
It's so good. I don't know what's
back,
so
what
good,
happened?
but it's fucking good.
We waited for
The
you because
table.
apparently you were in danger or something.
Oh,
You're gonna
I did-
fucking die.
Apparently, I'm in danger.
We were
Dead.
something like that. Ooh.
It is Savage's turn.
Yeah.
He is dancing.
Savage will.
What's he doing?
Break it
He's
down.
Savage Day. He will.
He's
He is
breaking it
breaking it down,
Oh,
funky
he's
fresh
gonna-
style.
First, he's gonna make a charisma saving throw to see if he can stop dancing. Does a
Okay.
19 save?
Yeah, he's broken out of the
Okay,
dance.
he's done dancing.
Did he still
does
take
Savage-
the additional damage on his turn for starting by dancing?
True. He'll
Give
take
him
half because he
Give-
saved.
give him
So
a
you
roll.
roll the lance damage. He'll take half.
Okay.
Let's go. We take
I
that.
concur.
We take that.
I think my room has successfully cooled down a little bit. I've had my window open to the 20-something degrees outside in an attempt to cool it.
So I rolled a 20, so that'd be 10 then.
Yeah, they'll take time.
So yeah.
Alright. Cool, cool.
All right.
Damn it. Although with my luck, they're
The
probably
monsters know what they're doing.
What the fuck does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
That means this guy's gonna jump over here. He's gonna whip his brother.
Does he take fall damage?
Yeah, he does. That's a good point.
That's
actually.
very funny to think of in my head. And makes sense for a dog named
This
Savage.
is like this is turning into like some
Did-
Dark Souls boss.
Did he do this just to put me back in the fucking ring again?
No.
This fucking asshole. This
And
fucking
now-
dog.
And now, Daida is face to face with a 64-foot tall wolf.
You heard me complaining about the tangle enemies in Final Shape, and he's like, you know what? Let me just add that to this fight.
He is going to do a multi-attack claw swipe. So, let's see.
On whom?
it's a 15-foot arc, so it could only be Adelgar in the clone or Duality in the clone, and I'm gonna choose Adelgar in the clone.
Nah, but Duality's been doing so much more. You should hit him instead.
Yeah, you really.
He's wheelie
What is
angry.
Adelgar
Duality
really done,
also
you know?
Duality already got me to put the circle on him, so.
What? Come on, think of all the good times with Camden. Don't you want that to be your experience?
Oh
too?
my god, 2 nat ones.
Okay, it's one of those days.
And then
you,
one of them is
Sue.
15.
No. Does that hit you, Adelgar?
My AC is 15.
Okay.
Shit.
Should have shielded faith them, man.
Yeah, you see, I'm realizing my mistake is I
Yeah.
shielded Queso, who then ran away, and now Daida is also in smack range.
Well, you couldn't have predicted that, but
Yeah.
you could have predicted Adelgar being smacked.
Adelgar
I
does
could
get
have. I
snapped
should
away.
have.
Okay.
And then, as a bonus action, it's going to use Leader of the Pack to replace Call of the Shadows with one of the bird's signature moves.
Huh?
What?
You remember the birds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one of any of the birds moves?
Yep.
He's gonna put you in his mouth and he's gonna fill it with acid. You're gonna go completely bald.
Funny jello brain, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle.
I actually do kind of want to do the brain one.
He wants to
thinking
make. He
about
wants to make more circles.
And Call of the Shadows is the rings, correct?
Call of the Shadows is the necrotic damage rings, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So that
Maybe it'll
turns off these rings, right?
It do- They won't have access to them until they switch them back.
So
It
they
doesn't turn
won't
off the rings
explode?
current. No, they will.
Oh.
Yeah, that's already been casted. Or used, rather. Let's see. Ooh. I'm gonna take Shade Peacock's command submit. Or wait,
Are
no,
they
that's not the
still?
signature.
By the way, are their eyes still green?
Yes, they are.
Okay. And Cloudkill's still just chilling over there.
Yes.
Very
It's gonna
nice.
take Dance of the Frosted Trees from the peacock.
I don't remember what the peacock did.
What is that?
You roll a history check.
I don't write these down. You told me to take
actually,
less detailed
Finn,
combat notes.
Roll history on something that happened
Finn,
2 hours
roll
ago.
history check since you have experience with this specific.
I fucked up the peacock, but I don't remember what it did.
You told me
History?
to take less detailed combat notes. I don't
history.
remember the moves.
Cool. That turns my 9 into an 8.
You
We
remember
continue the tradition.
It
does
was a
captiva-
bird.
You remember it does a captivating dance.
Ah.
Oh god, more dancing.
Is this an
Alright.
attack or an effect?
Guys, it's gonna dance.
Learn when he does it.
Well,
Um,
I need to know because of like things in my
It's not
character.
using it right now.
Guys,
well, never
it's
mind.
gonna use. It's
I thought
gonna
you were
use
saying
the
it's
dance
gonna do
bird
this
move.
instead of another cast of the rings.
No, what it's doing is it's swapping out Call of the Shadows as a usable ability with
Gotcha.
a different usable ability.
Oh, bad.
Insane.
I thought it was like
Oh, no,
taking
swapping.
over the rings, so when they
He's
burst, that
quick
would be the
swapping. Someone
effect.
get him.
No, no.
We're the soul boss.
He changed
guys.
his class.
Adelgar.
Bro was respecking mid combat.
He's hot swapping to the
Oh my god,
Misericord.
that
Get him.
I forgot about the cloud kill fucking it's green so it chroma keyed it. It's been that way the whole time.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the issue with it? With that?
Yeah, look, it chroma keyed it.
Yeah. Also,
Oh.
Daida should drop concentration on that to stop like choking out Kulwich.
Well, Colwich is in the one's mouth. It just didn't get moved.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
That's alright.
Because he was
Sorry.
covered by cloud kill.
Oh, also the cloud kill has been like spreading northeast now. This whole it probably by 20 feet.
It's just been blowing away.
So it's kind of
Ooh.
Wait,
it's
it
kind of like
moves?
it does it. Well, it says it moves, so I don't know if that means it spreads or it like completely moves.
It does move.
Okay,
like,
so
so
it can blow away.
Yeah, it's probably about where it is.
Some poor fucker walking through the woods is
Do
just
you-
gonna die immediately.
Do you want to just cancel
Chicago.
concentrate? Do you want to just
At
drop
this
your
point, I'll
concentration?
just drop the concentration.
No, what if there's a Solip who also wants to die up that direction? We'll get a long rest mid-fight.
All right.
He's
Adelgar.
thinking
Adelgar's
with
turn.
science.
Right, I'm gonna move 25 feet to the bottom left, so over by that shrub.
Shrub.
You're gonna take an opportunity attack. Oh wait, no.
That was
know,
just a
right?
bad path.
It's the same round. Yeah, sorry.
And then I'm gonna pop Guardian of Faith, right in between the two big wolves.
On Finn.
I need a Guardian of Faith token. Give me 1 second.
It's
Okay.
a frog.
Just make it a yellow
What?
circle.
It's from Lydia more than Adelgar, but it's a frog.
I'll make it a yellow circle since Mitch wants to take the short route.
I mean, it's gonna be here for like 3 turns,
And
and then it's
it
gonna
does
kill
have
itself.
It has a 10-foot. It has a 10-foot aura, so just make it a 10-foot yellow circle.
Circle. Oh. Okay.
What, is
Does
that-
it count as an ally, Lydia?
Wait, is it Lydia? Is the 10-foot aura like what? Is that like 10-foot radius or?
So whenever a hostile creature moves within 10 feet of the Guardian, it has to succeed on a Dex saving throw, and then it takes 20 on a failed, or half as much on a successful, and then it vanishes when it's dealt 60 damage.
I just didn't know in terms of the size of what Theo had there. If
It's a
that-
guaranteed 60 damage over time.
No,
Whenever it moves by it.
if it
That's
fails
Baldur's
to
Gate.
save.
Well,
That's
no,
only
I'm
Baldur's Gate.
saying over time, as in it won't lose its HP until it does the damage.
Oh.
So
okay.
you
Yeah,
can get
it
away
has
from
to
it.
do.
That's true.
Yeah,
It just
it's
won't
only
go
in that
away.
range.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it will always do 60. It's just it might
Yeah. Never do it.
vanish before it does it.
Yeah. And that, wait, 30 feet? 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. We're
I
gonna
was
do,
jamming out to this very calming music.
No, I was just imitating Savage.
No,
He's not
Savage
dancing
is
no
done.
more.
I
Savage
know.
don't
We're
dance.
gonna
no
give-
more.
I'm just memorializing it.
Sanctuary to, Finn.
Are you concentrating on Guardian of Faith? Is that a concentration spell? Okay.
No.
What about Aura of Life?
Sanctuary is not concentration.
It's not? Okay.
It's duration.
Really?
Who's Sanctuary then?
Finn.
Okay, so it can't be targeted.
What does Sanctuary do again? Is it literally
I
just
will
be
I will copy paste it to you.
Thank you.
That is,
Pretty sure
I
the gist
didn't know
is
that.
you
That's
can't
so
be
good.
targeted until you target something else.
Oh, that's gonna end quick.
Or
Could you
can
not
make
reach
good use
Daida?
of it.
Okay.
Useless.
No. He's not close enough.
Any creature targets a creature.
Yeah,
Bad
you could get
concentration
Cull
poison.
Witch. Or wait, no, you
No.
can't see him, can you?
Karen
Everyone
or
saw.
boy.
Everyone saw Colwich get eaten.
Yeah, but he's in the mouth right now, right?
Yeah, he was.
Is it knowledge of where they are? Or
It's
Oh,
just.
I get-
are we
it doesn't
talking
say
about
sight.
Sanctuary?
it doesn't say sight. It just says in range. I don't know. It's already
It
done.
doesn't matter.
I'm just,
it's
I'm
already
just,
been.
I'm just curious about mechanics.
And that's my round of him.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Roll my
um,
dice.
Finn, duality, con saving throws.
Okay. How many?
1. Are either of you decayed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
God, I'm
Motherfucker.
the goat. God, I'm the goat.
Motherfucker.
27.
14.
What did you say, Finn?
14.
Okay, you fail. Duality take 13
Before or after resistance?
before. So
Okay.
6.
So,
Shit,
1.
man.
Wait, no. How close?
Man.
How close are you to me?
It's 30 feet, right? 5,
Yeah.
10, 15, 20,
You
25
are
feet.
not in 30 feet.
That's
that is
25
not
feet
fair.
away, diagonal. 5,
Yeah, but
10,
yeah.
15, 20, 25.
Okay, whatever. That's
Calm down.
1. Finn,
One.
you take 46 pre-resistance.
Okay. Before I do that math, hey Mitch, did you calculate the -1 you got from Terran?
So 0.
You really just said fuck them. I just needed that to be out there.
I am walking Adam Smasher style through the green explosions towards these dogs. Who the
Alright.
fuck are you?
So 46 before
Wait, how
resistance.
many beams are you in?
Fuckable meat.
That's why I asked how
Are
many.
you?
Is because I'm in 2.
Okay.
Do you want me to
Do
roll
another
one?
one. Yeah, do another one.
Man.
Do another one.
Put a girl on.
Okay, so you said
alright, this one's
46
significantly
before
lower,
resistance.
But not that much. 18.
You fail.
Okay, cool.
So you're gonna take 31 pre-resistance.
That's cool.
It only takes fucking like 14,
Okay, so
damage.
15.
No, he
I
actually
take-
only
I take
takes
10.
9.
God.
10.
You're forgetting Terran again.
I
9.
forgot.
God damn it, Jesus.
Where are you getting that extra like -5 from?
My helmet.
Okay.
It has a really mediocre ability on it, which is like, if I miss an attack, I can headbutt for a guaranteed 4 bludgeoning damage, but the passive ability for it is -5 to all damage rolls against me.
Hell yeah.
Fucking insane.
Okay. Okay.
So now it is the top of round 3, and that means the first villain action.
Fuck you.
Yay.
Fuck you.
The hounds
we
are
can still
gonna
run
yell
away.
a discordant howl, causing the region to be shrouded in a magical darkness, unable to be seen through by dark vision, true sight, or any similar ability. Any creature who relies on sight can only see within 10 feet of themselves. That's where this comes in.
Oh god.
And
Okay.
Does- I
Lonely
have a
oak
question,
baby.
Dio.
yeah,
You said any form of dark vision or the like. Blind sight is specifically unreliant on sight.
yes, so you can still see.
Okay, I have 10 feet of that. Does that mean I have 10 feet outside of that, or is
So
it just the
so nothing
so it's
changes.
The same amount of vision.
I just wanted to know how that interaction worked. I
You
didn't
just
know.
think that you're seeing real fucking good right now. You think that you're beating their attack.
Kolwich can't see
Unaffected.
anything.
Kolwich is in a mouth.
Yeah, he's in the Okay, there you guys
Can I-
go.
hey,
That's
can
how
I
much you
see?
can see.
Kolwich can see the uvula.
I'd like to see.
There you go. There you are. All right.
Nah, Dinah can't see you. Fuck Dinah, fuck Finn, fuck
Fog of
Alucard.
war.
Reality, you're perfect.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm trying my damnedest here.
It's very dark out now, and it's Duality's turn.
That's awesome.
Oh, your Echo can also see. You can see through its eyes, right?
I mean, he has all of my stats and stuff, so like he would be equally capable of seeing. But I'm not exactly going to swap control to him because I would be just sitting on the floor. Not that that would apparently be a problem, taking 9 damage from a failed save. Okay,
Lucky you.
listen, man. I have a hammer, and I will chip out damage as much as I can each turn. Yeah, which is what I'm gonna do, I guess. So I'm gonna... Let me see. Yeah. That sounds like a good idea. I'm gonna hit him.
What is it?
Savage, I
idea.
mean. And... Sorry, say again? Oh, yeah.
Ah.
It's gone.
Okay, so 25 on the first hit. I'm gonna pull Great Weapon Master on these next 2, I think.
Okay.
So that'll be dirty 20. Ooh, so it might be a little rough. 15.
Yeah.
Oh, that still hits?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. Okay. So, damage on those. No, actually, I'm gonna be crazy and I'm gonna burn another Unleash Incarnation to roll a third Great Weapon Master attack. Shouldn't have done that.
Attack.
14 on that one.
Okay. That one still hits.
What? Okay. I guess I was severely underestimating their AC. Or overestimating. So...
Oh, I can...
They are just big smoke dogs.
I fucked up earlier. That's
Oh.
fine.
Great,
And they have eyes
great,
all over them.
great.
Yeah.
So that's 3 Great Weapon Master attacks, and then 1 less Unleash Incarnation. Alright, now for the numbers game. So, normal. Okay, so... I'm just gonna add all this up in my calculator. That's using a calc.
Calc show calculator chat.
5 plus... Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so that's a cool 71 bludgeoning damage.
Let's fucking
And-
go.
I'm gonna have... I can do this, I believe. I'm gonna run underneath the dog to just end up between it and Adelgar. Yeah, just end up right there. And that'll be my
I
turn.
need to refog.
I need to refog.
Fog it up.
Fog it up. Oh dear. It's a black void
Got
consumes
darker.
my clone.
Ah, there we go.
There you go.
Alright. Oh, my clone's blind.
I forgot.
It's fine.
Don't worry about it. It's okay.
Okay.
This is fun.
Finn is
Dinah.
gone.
I have a question about the nature of these dogs' tails. Is it like, are they like tied together, 2 tails, or is it like one continuous tail that doesn't have like an end and it just connects the 2 of them?
It's 2 tails that are bounded by flesh and blood, so they look mangled and fucked up, but they are actually like one and the same.
So it's cat dog but gory.
Wait, so they are connected? Like they are connected biologically, and not
Yes,
just like
They
tied
are
up?
connected
They're
biologically.
fused.
Okay. I'm not sure how this would work. If I were to cast Mental Prison on Tact, which is the one right in front of me, would that mean that part of him would be outside of because I'm binding a creature within an illusory cell that only it perceives, and something happens with the spell when the target moves out of the illusion, makes a melee attack through it, or reaches any part of its body through it. So how would that work in terms of like the immediate after effect of me casting it?
I would think that since they are basically connected and it is part of Tact's body, I would say that it does do the breakout effect as well.
Immediately after the actual starting effect.
Correct.
Okay. That's fine. I'm gonna cast Mental Prison then.
Okay,
So,
what do I need to do?
It needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Consider this.
9.
Alright, it fails. So, let me go back here. Alright, so it's going to take... I gotta roll damage real quick, hold on. That's a lot of dice. That's gonna be... So that's going to be it's going to take 38 psychic damage.
Okay.
And as this happens, I'm gonna make because it's a dog technically, and dogs are afraid of thunder. I'm gonna make it like this like horrifying like pillar of like infinite like thunderous sky around it. I'm thinking something. I have an image pulled up just so you know what I mean. It's basically like a whole bunch of like this thing in the sky.
Japhif.
Japhif.
Okay, I see.
He's trying to hack my computer.
Oh,
Storm elemental.
now you know what I mean. Basically,
Holy
just like
shit,
a big
the
old,
commanders came back. My parlay, no.
Shit.
Anyways,
Sorry.
so it's just gonna be like an infinite sky of like these thunderous like heads and shit like that. And so then because it's technically like leaving the illusion in a way, the spell is going to end, but I'm gonna roll another 10d10 psychic damage from that part of it. So
Yeah, leave it with a great transition point here. I'll let you know.
okay, let me just maybe it doesn't even matter what I roll.
No, okay.
Okay,
Don't get your hopes up.
Oh.
so
Yeah, maybe if you crit on it. Just kidding, it's a save. I think.
I probably can't add +2 from my staff to this anyway, right? 'Cause it's like not the cast, is it? Okay, yeah. So this would be plus. I'm just gonna do this and calculate.
Using calc. Short calc, I guess. It's just
Yeah, cool. That is.
Boom,
So-
boom, boom.
So he's gonna take another 43 psychic damage. And now the illusion is ended.
All right. Good job. So. This illusion is going to leave Tact unconscious on the ground. He submits to your will. He's taken too much damage to handle. Savage is going to leap up onto like everything.
The fog
all
has
of the
shifted.
fog begins rolling over.
Is he gonna eat him?
The savage is gonna jump up onto the other hound and start gorging on his corpse.
Does that mean that he drops Colwich?
Yeah.
Either that or he just like quick swallows before he starts eating.
Man,
The other-
Tact did not have a lot of health. That's like the
No, I
second
think we were
time he's
going
taken
after the
damage.
tank on accident.
I mean, you look at the names, it
That
makes
was the only one I could
sense.
cast it on. I couldn't see the other one.
You look at the names,
Yeah,
it makes
sure.
sense.
So now Tact is full dead, but Savage has regained a lot of his strength from eating his essentially brother.
Man, he ate an entire
Wait,
wolf in 6 seconds. Not even, that was a
he's
reaction.
a hungry boy.
Yeah,
That was a
that's
reaction.
right. That would be a reaction, I guess.
This would be the equivalent of watching him just like slurp him down like a
Oh
smoothie.
no, this isn't a reaction. This is a villain action. Savage will now increase all of the amount of dice he does, amount of damage he does by 2 dice.
Yay!
Are we fighting?
Okay, I
We're
know
fighting
what I'm
Glug the
doing.
Gulper now.
So, alright.
And now that Tact is dead, that is where we are gonna end session. And it'll be
Boy.
you 5, 6, I guess if we count Terran, against
If.
Savage.
Aaron's gonna start.
Oh,
coming
because
in.
Tact is dead, does the fog go away?
No, the fog's still there.
Damn.
So that's great, by the way, for Keisha, because they're just kind of alone in the woods now.
Yeah.
And they just
so
hear
many of my s-
fleshy ripping noises from where we are.
So many of my spells rely on the fact that I can see shit. But I can't see shit right now.
I feel like I'm
Just
the
get
only
really
person
close.
equipped for this fight right now.
Kind of are,
I'm
yeah.
still holding on to Savage. I am latched onto his ass.
So yeah, be sure that you all have all of your stuff recorded, your effects, your debuffs, your everything. Because
Aura of Life is a big
Oh
important.
wait, I didn't subtract another 5 for decay. That means I'm at 1 out of 50 health now.
No, you don't.
No,
lose
you're
maximum
good.
HP because of Aura of Life. Oh wait, no, he's not in the range.
He's not close enough. He never
Oh,
has
yeah.
been.
Wait, so
He went the opposite direction.
so
So
what?
it's been
So never
3
mind, never mind.
rounds.
So do I lose? Do I go from 4 to 1 health then? Or is
It's
it
off
just-
of your max, not off of your
It's-
current.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So take 10 off your max, because as you count the second round.
Yeah, I did count that.
Okay.
So now I'm at 4 out of 50. Because it was 5 for the initial thing, and then so it went from 70 to 65, and then round 1 was 65 to 60, round 2 was 60 to 55, and round 4, which we just started, right, would be 55 to 55. So,
Jeez, bro.
I've been, dude. I was like, I'm gonna bring out my lucky dice for this because Theo was talking about it like it was gonna be a really big deal and it was really important. This thing has been treating me unfathomably well today. I was like test rolling between rounds. I'm getting an average of like 12 to 14 like every time I'm putting it out
Shit,
there with
man.
like a few like 4s or 7s in there occasionally.
That's fucking crazy.
that means if you use it next session, you're gonna roll like
Guy
4
loves
ones
me.
in a row.
Well,
Just really quick.
maybe.
Next week. Does anyone